who's put up 1,600 yards this year, 11 touchdowns, also plays great defense from them at the linebacker spot, second leading tackler with 107 tackles this year. Their defense, however, really has been able to shine here this season. They've averaged giving up about 9 points a game through the season, but that number drops in the playoffs, just 7 points a game in the 4-game playoffs. They shut out Ogallala in the finals of the playoffs, 35-0. They're giving up just 188 total yards per game on the year. So their defense is extremely tough. Norfolk Catholic will have to go to beat their defense.
And Norfolk Catholic can certainly do that. 12-0 on the season, an undefeated year. And Norfolk Catholic, Matt Davison, our third member of our crew, this is a team that offensively can do it in a lot of different ways. They're very diverse.
They are, and you'd think they'd be on the same page when it comes to game plan. Head coach Jeff Beller, you said, led them to a 12-0 record. Well, his son, the quarterback, Jordan Beller, a sophomore, has been leading this team all season long. He's attributed 20 touchdowns this year, over 1,300 yards throwing, and about 400 yards rushing this season. And when he turns around and hands it off, they have a good running back there with Corey Schaefer, who's run for over 1,200 yards and 21 touchdowns. This offense, about 41 points per game. And the defense is pretty good, too, led by Corey Schaefer, who has 115 tackles on the season.
Well, this is a very good matchup in Class C1, and it's a matchup that not only provides a state championship, but it provides some neighborhood bragging rights as well. And with more on that, let's go down to Larry Putney.
Well, thanks, Kevin. You know, Northeast Nebraska has long been known for its high school football. In fact, at one point, the Bob father of high school football, Bob Schnitzler, resided in Northeast Nebraska at Battle Creek, was the all-time winningest coach at Battle Creek. Well, that legacy has been passed down to names like Beller and Bramer, and their teams will square off today for the state championship. Between these two teams, they have a combined 9 state championships and 9 runner-up trophies, and today, another state championship will be headed back to Northeast Nebraska when Pierce squares off with Norfolk Catholic.
Second matchup of the year between these two teams. Larry, the first game won by Norfolk Catholic, 28-20, the only loss on Pierce's schedule. Beating a team for a second time in a season can be a very difficult thing to do.
Indeed it can. You don't like to see that situation happen, but Kevin, there's another little item lurking in the background there between these two teams. Happened a while ago back in '99 when Norfolk Catholic beat Pierce in the championship game back then. So Norfolk Catholic's got 2 up on Pierce. So I think, Matt, you got 2 up on Pierce, that kind of puts a little fire in you, and you want to play to make sure you get close to even.
Absolutely, and you know, you look back at that game, and it was a tight game, 28-20. Norfolk Catholic beat Pierce earlier this season, and it was in Norfolk. So, you know, obviously a neutral site game here today in Lincoln, and a much different atmosphere than what you see at any high school game really throughout the season. So, you know, you'd think the playing field is pretty level today. I think this one could go either way.
Well, let's take a look at where these two schools are located, and you'll see pretty much right next door, Pierce and Norfolk Catholic. We've talked a little bit about that rivalry already. It's a big storyline. It's a friendly rivalry, but a rivalry that nonetheless will be hard fought for a state championship between these two bitter rivals, Pierce and Norfolk Catholic. And the road to get to this state championship game, Norfolk Catholic with wins over Wahoo and Milford, Pierce meeting St. Paul, and then that impressive shutout over an Ogallala team that was vying for their first ever trip to the state championship game. Pierce and Norfolk Catholic meeting once again for this time a state championship here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. And these two squads getting set to go. For Mark Bramer, the head coach, his 5th state championship game as head coach. For Jeff Beller, the 10th state title game that he has coached in. So experience may be lacking on some of the rosters, but it's certainly not lacking for either of these teams at the head coaching position. These guys know what to do in a state championship game.
They certainly do. They know what to do, how to do it. The time frames involved, kind of the edges involved. It's a matter, how do I relay this to my players? Some of these people have been around the coaches for a number of years. They understand that. So we'll see how it all unfolds as Mark Bramer and Jeff Beller square off. Again, as we've talked about, great rivalry from that area. I was up there last week talking to some of the people indeed, and you could just, even then, I mean, they're talking about this ball game and how it's going to come about. So we'll see how it all unfolds, as I mentioned, and who's going to be the state championship or the state champion here in Class C1.
Well, you've got to like the idea if you're Norfolk Catholic as a 12-0 team with a very good defense, playing extremely well down the stretch. So is Pierce, though. A lot of evenly matched teams here in these state championships. This game, no different. Let's go to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger, to introduce you to the participants in this C1 title game.
On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to Memorial Stadium for the Class C1 State Championship game. Today's game features the Norfolk Catholic Knights versus the Bluejays of Pierce High School. And now let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the starters for the visiting team, the Norfolk Catholic Knights. Number 1, Eric Becker. Number 2, Jordan Malachek. Number 3, Drew Farley. Number 4, Lucas Lyons. Number 5, Dylan Arns. Number 7, Ethan Brozek. Number 11, Connor Ketter. Number 15, Jordan Beller. Number 18, Andy Montag. Number 20, Scott Zock. Number 27, Kyle Schaefer. Number 35, Corey Schaefer. Number 40, Riley Knake. Number 45, Jacob Schulte. Number 50, Garrett McCarthy. Number 51, Colton Jones. Number 52, Scott Vollmer. Number 55, Scott Benson. Number 56, Brian Raymaker. Number 57, Michael Obermiller. Number 69, Blake Wagner. Number 87, Nathan Funk. The head coach for the Knights is Jeff Beller. And now please welcome the rest of the Norfolk Catholic Knights to the field.
A familiar face to those who watch Nebraska State High School football, the head coach Jeff Beller in his 29th year at the helm of Norfolk Catholic. He's got a very good offense. He's got a very good kicker in Drew Farley. If it comes down to kicking, Norfolk Catholic certainly has the edge. But defensively, that was a big surprise and a pleasant one for Norfolk Catholic. They've been good all year, but in the semifinals, they held Milford to just 14 yards in the second half of that semifinal game. And I don't care what game you're in, if you're holding an opponent to 14 yards in a second half, you're likely winning that game.
You're playing some ball, no doubt about that, Kevin. Then you look at their season-long numbers. They've held their opponents in rushing and passing under 100 yards in each of those categories, 78 rushing and 84 passing. So 163 total. And if you keep a team under 250, between 250 and 200 yards, that's really good.
Let's head back to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger, to introduce you to the Pierce Bluejays.
And now let's meet the starters for the home team, the Pierce High School Bluejays. Number 1, Brock Schroeder. Number 2, Cody Hilkeman. Number 4, Brandon Freeman. Number 8, Bronson Stanacek. Number 12, Tyler Lindsay. Number 22, Nathan Meyer. Number 28, Austin Colmoose. Number 30, Catlin Rupert. Number 35, Nathaniel Emerson. Number 45, Shelton Dvorak. Number 53, Kellen Ronspies. Number 60, Mason Rorick. Number 63, Jordan Bruce. Number 69, Shane Asmus. Number 71, Shane Thayer. Number 72, Nate Kruger. Number 76, Aaron Hanlon. Number 77, Casey Mylander. Number 80, Zachary Newhalfen. Number 81, Connor Schultz. Number 82, Michael Hoffman. Number 88, Brady Brettschneider. The head coach for Pierce is Mark Bramer. And now please welcome the rest of the Pierce Bluejays to the field.
Well, the Blue Jays getting ready to go, trying for their third state championship in 4 years. Larry Putney was in the Pierce locker room moments ago, and they're a fired-up bunch. Larry, what'd you say to him?
Well, I got him going. How's that? Mark Bramer, always an understated guy in that pregame locker room, but a very motivational one as well. He told the kids, you have to envision it. If it's going to happen, you got to see it happen now. I want you to think about what the pizza's going to taste like on the bus ride home, and I'm stopping at Club 98 and buying everybody milkshakes after we win the state championship. Place went nuts. Pretty motivational speech, guys.
Hey, you know what? A milkshake could do wonders for me, too. Let's go to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger, for our national anthem.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. At this time, would you please rise as we honor our flag and our country with the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem this afternoon will be the Bishop Newman National Anthem Singers, directed by Joanne Coaten. Bishop Newman.
We are just about set for a state championship game at Memorial Stadium. Pierce and Norfolk Catholic. The C1 title game is next on NET Sports.
Animal agriculture is vital to Nebraska. Livestock production not only contributes to our food supply, but also helps our rural communities. Livestock provides revenue for schools, creates jobs, supports Main Street, and enhances the future for farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Board's Animal Agriculture Initiative works to encourage growth of responsible livestock enterprises to benefit agriculture and Nebraska.
Power Drive Electric Car program gives high school students a hands-on way to apply studies, learn about electricity and energy efficiency, and develop skills that will benefit them throughout their lives. Nebraska Public Power District encourages students and teachers to get involved. Schools have the power to make it happen. For information on Power Drive, visit oppd.com or nppd.com.
Support for programming comes from Fund for Teachers and the Malika Foundation, empowering teachers to pursue learning outside the classroom with grants for summer odysseys around the world. Grant applications and information available online at fundforteachers.org.
Along with Adrian Fiala, I'm Kevin Kugler. The next Big Red Wrap-Up is on Wednesday.
And Kevin will recap Nebraska's game with A&M, and our special guest will be former Husker and receiver analyst Matt Davison.
Don't forget the Wrap-Up is on Wednesday right here on NET, Nebraska's home for sports.
When you meet with your trusted advisors to review your year-end giving plans, consider naming NET Television as a charitable beneficiary in your estate plans. Thank you for ensuring that the impact of public television continues for generations to come. For more information on creating a legacy gift in your name, please call me directly or visit our website.
The 2010 NSAA football championships are being carried live over the internet, so all your friends and family outside Nebraska can enjoy the great coverage of the high school championships. Have them go to netnebraska.org and click on the live webcast tab. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. Beautiful afternoon for football at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Light breezes, bright sunshine here in Lincoln, 31 degrees. A little on the brisk side, 44% humidity, so that humidity, the heat index, not really a factor today on this chilly November afternoon for football. Pierce will start with the football. Brock Schroeder and Shelton Dvorak back deep to return for the Pierce Bluejays, 11-1 on the year. Norfolk Catholic 12-0. Norfolk Catholic won the earlier meeting between these two teams 28-20 in the 6th week of the season. We are set to get underway. Drew Farley will kick off for Norfolk Catholic. And the C1 championship is underway. Dvorak from the 6-yard line. Dvorak to the 15. Dvorak out near the 30-yard line, and it's a first down for the Pierce Bluejays. And let's take a look at the starters for the Pierce offense. It is a good offensive squad. They will run the ball a lot behind a good offensive line. Brandon Freeman, Brock Schroeder, Shelton Dvorak will carry the ball a lot. Bronson Stonacek will be involved in the receiving game. Cody Hilkeman and Connor Schultz also out there as well. Casey Mylander, Aaron Hanlon, Kellen Ronspies, Jordan Bruce, and Shane Thayer all involved as well. And on first down, some pressure coming, and down goes Freeman. Nobody open, great coverage downfield, and Brandon Freeman is sacked. Defensively for Norfolk Catholic, a very good defense. They have been very good in the postseason as well. And that defensive line, Andy Montag, Scott Vollmer, Scott Benson, and Michael Obermiller. Along the defensive line, Nate Funk, Corey Schaefer, Jacob Schulte, Ethan Brozek, Drew Farley, Eric Becker, and Lucas Lyons are the linebackers and defensive backs. 2nd and 12 from the 27-yard line. Quick screen pass. Looking for running room and blockers is Cody Hilkeman, and Hilkeman knocked out of bounds near the 33-yard line.
Trying to get that ball out quick right there. They tried that first play that was shut off right over the middle, created that sack, and now again, quick pop pass intended to come down near the right side. It is completed. Great block down there. Connor Schultz leading the way in terms of the block, and allowed the receiver then to pick up about 3 or 4 more yards.
Good block out there, Schultz, and also blocking downfield, Andrew Wolf. 3rd down and 6 from the 33. Freeman on the roll, pressure coming from the backside, and down he goes at the 23-yard line. Ethan Brozek on the sack. The senior leads the team with 4 sacks, make it 5 on the year for Ethan Brozek.
And he's a big boy coming off that left side of the defense and has a chance to run down the quarterback, Freeman, from the backside. Fortunate that Freeman didn't fumble that football. Great play by Brozek.
And what a start for that Norfolk Catholic defense. 3 and out as Lucas Osborne comes on. Michael Hoffman will handle the punting duties. Hoffman punts it to the 47-yard line. Dancing around and looking for a little bit of running room, and out to midfield goes Luke Lyons. Noses the ball into Pierce territory. And good field position for Norfolk Catholic to start their first possession of this C1 state championship. Offensively, Jordan Beller, Corey Schaefer, Dylan Arns, Connor Ketter, Eric Becker, and Ethan Brozek. And along that offensive line, Scott Vollmer, Blake Wagner, Colton Jones, Scott Benson, and the left tackle, a sophomore, Garrett McCarthy. It's a young offensive line. Only 2 seniors on the offensive line for this Norfolk Catholic offense, which for the most part is a pretty young offense. Quarterback a sophomore. Connor Ketter, the tight end, the sophomore as well. From the 49, 1st down and 10. And the give to Corey Schaefer, not a sophomore, but the senior, down to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 2, and here's the defense for the Pierce Bluejays. Veteran group along the defensive line, and some very strong guys up there. Jordan Bruce Mason Rorick, Kellen Ronsbees, and Brady Brettschneider along that defensive line. Backs and linebackers, Emerson, Dvorak, Meyer, Stanacek, Hilkeman, Schroeder, and Schultz. 2nd down and 8 from the 47. Beller on the roll, throws on the run, and the catch made by Brozick right near the 1st down marker. Nice throw, nice catch, and very close to a 1st down.
Pretty decent coverage also there as Schroeder on the coverage, with the play well designed, well set up, and well blocked here, and the ball thrown right out there where it needs to be, away from that defender. Keep that receiver body in front, keep it in that window to the left. Nice completion for a 1st down.
And I like the setup of the play there, Abe. They used Arns out in front of Beller to use him as a lead blocker just in case anybody came free, and gave Brozick a chance to really work down the field.
Just 2 men out on the route too, so good protection in the line area.
1st down, give to Schaefer, big hole. Corey Schaefer's gonna go 39 yards for the touchdown. What a burst for Corey Schaefer. Touchdown number 22 on the year.
Big guy rolling up through there, 6 foot, 215. Watch this. Took it inside. Everybody kind of bid on that. Nobody in that hole. And then Schaefer just goes from there. Scott Benson over there, McCarthy making good blocks on that left side. Terrific work.
22nd touchdown of the year from Corey Schaefer.
Rumble right up the gut as Drew Farley comes on to try the extra point, and the kick is good. So a 3-and-out pitched by the defense. The offense, 3 plays for a touchdown, and it's 7-0 Norfolk Catholic. What a start, Dave.
When you block it like that, Kevin, indeed, when you block it like that, that kind of hole, and once Corey Schaefer gets his team, or ahead of steam going, you better look out there. He's 6 foot, weighs 215 pounds. He looks like he's a well put together 215 too. So Corey Schaefer puts it in.
The 2009 NSAA Class C1 title game featured the St. Cecilia Bluehawks and the Norfolk Catholic Knights. Let's take a look back at this exciting state championship game.
The 2009 Class C1 State Football Championship game pitted the Norfolk Catholic Knights and the St. Cecilia Bluehawks. The title game was dominated by the strong running game of St. Cecilia behind the bruising rushing attack led by Dalton Seeley, Ben Conan, and Bo Schwenka. The Bluehawks racked up 323 rushing yards. When Schwenka scored on a 26-yard run with 11:52 left in the game, it seemed that the Bluehawks had the game in control with a 26-10 advantage. But the previously unbeaten Knights refused to give up and connected on a 26-yard touchdown pass from Austin Ketter to Corey Schaefer.
And Schaefer all the way in for the touchdown!
And the Knights got the ball back down by just 8. But St. Cecilia stole any hopes away from Norfolk Catholic after Wade Dykeman intercepted a pass and slid to safety with 1:23 left. The Bluehawks ran out the clock and captured the Class C1 State Championship game 26-18.
St. Cecilia, winners earlier today in Class C2, winners last year in C1 over these Norfolk Catholic Knights. Norfolk Catholic back in the championship game once again, and Jeff Beller, his 10th state title game, and can't have a much better start than his squad has had in this ball game today. A 3-and-out defensively, a 3-play drive for a touchdown, and now Farley to kick it away. Back deep again, Schroeder and Dvorak. This time Schroeder will take it from the 2. Schroeder fumbles the football, and it's covered up by Norfolk Catholic. At the 18-yard line, the ball popped right out of his hands, and it went right into the hands of Isaac Pfeiffer.
Bang, bang play. They had the wedge set up, and I couldn't see who it was. Somebody from Norfolk Catholic came firing through there and made the big stick. Looked like it was 65 as I
65 or 69. Blake Wagner.
Big
69.
hit up in the middle, and the ball just popped straight out and into the arms of the Norfolk Catholic player. So what a huge turn of events there.
Blake Wagner on the hit, 69. And man, what pressure you put on your defense now, once again.
Beller on the run. Beller inside the 10, and Jordan Beller close to a first down. First and goal for Norfolk Catholic. And the Knights exploding out of the gates here in Class C1.
Terrific block that time to the left by the center, Colton Jones. Right there you see him, number 51. Just running people out of there. Garrett McCarthy also coming down, blocking down on the play. Old Norfolk Catholic guys wants to get this thing under control quickly.
Everything's rolling downhill right now for the Knights. First down and goal from the 7-yard line. Motion coming across the line from Becker. The give over the right side to Schaefer, and a good stop that time by this Pierce defense. Pierce defense very stout. If they can stiffen here and hold to just a field goal try, that'd be a big win for Pierce.
Most of Bluejays on the tackle there, but number 83, Thomas Tucker, underneath all of that, making that initial hit to stop Schaefer.
Second and goal from the 6-yard line. Jordan Beller talking with his dad and the head coach Jeff earlier in the week. He said the first game of the year, the start for Jordan was the most nervous he's ever been in 29 years as head coach. His son, the starting quarterback, done a great job this year. Second and goal from the 6. Fade route looking for Brozick, and an incomplete pass. Not a bad idea, though. Go to your 6'7" wide receiver. Not too many guys going to match that height on this field.
Went to the short side, make it a little bit of a shorter throw there for Beller. Threw it up high, but I think it would have been out of bounds even if Brozick would have been able to come down with it. So now a 3rd down and 6, and this would be a big stop for Pierce. If they were able to force a field goal even after the big turnover, if they could get it back and keep it just a 10-point lead, might be a win for this Pierce defense.
Beller and company over the ball on the 6. 3rd down and goal from there. Flip. He's going to throw for the end zone. Juggled and caught. Touchdown. Eric Becker on the pass from Riley Kanake. And Norfolk Catholic takes a 13-0 lead.
And there is just a little bit of a sliver of sunshine falling on the field right there, as you'll see here in a moment. Right there. Picks it right out of that glare. Does Eric Becker, his 13th reception on the year, 2nd touchdown on the year, and Norfolk Catholic jumps on it right away here.
On for the extra point try, Drew Farley has only missed 1 all year, 56 of 57, and that stands true now. 57 of 58 for Drew Farley. Not only great on the extra point, but a 57-yard field goal to his credit this year for Drew Farley. They may not need his big leg, though, for a field goal the way this offense is clicking early. Look at Kanake one more time with the throw to the back corner.
It didn't look like he was open to begin with, but a great throw up top where only his guy could go get it, and that's, I think, was the key there, because I thought he was going to have to take off with it, but a great throw.
Well, that looked like a running play, and some of the Pierce Bluejays bit on it, but the secondary was okay in terms of the coverage. But that's what happens when you got a receiver that'll go up and fight for the football. And he did that, and he came away with a TD.
Great play by Becker.
Coming to NET Television Saturday night, Nebraska's very own Mulberry Lane. 4 sisters from Omaha bring you the music of the season. Enjoy this special concert and celebrate with Mulberry Lane, Christmas in Nebraska. Plus, find out how you can get tickets to see them live in several venues throughout the state. Don't miss this special concert Saturday night at 7 Central on NET1 and NET HD. Tomorrow night on Big Red Wrap-Up, Matt Davison will get the holiday season off to a good start with Aid and I singing a collection of his greatest hits. Looking forward to that. Matt, big into show tunes.
Oh, yeah.
What time's that going to happen?
8:01.
8:01. I'll see you about 8:15.
Kickoff into the end zone for the touchback, and the Pierce offense down 14 will go to work here, trying to figure out a way to come back from 2 touchdowns down. Let's check in downstairs with Larry Putnam.
Kevin, no need to panic yet for Pierce. In the earlier game between these two teams, the game in which Norfolk Catholic won at 28-20, Pierce twice in that game trailed by 14, but came all the way back, and it was Norfolk Catholic that needed a goal line stand with 1:55 left to hold on to that win. They've been in this situation before.
Well, certainly a situation Mark Bramer was hoping to avoid here in the state championship game, but some confidence from having been here before. And a good handoff up the middle and a good run by Nate Emerson. Emerson now Now over 300 yards rushing on the year with that 8-yard scamper up the middle.
And it's important now for Pierce not to panic. Obviously, it's just a horrendous start for them, down 14 points already. But if they can go down and cut it back to a 1-score lead, they have to stick with their game plan and continue to try to run the ball and grind this thing out and get it back to a 1-score game.
2nd and 2 from the 28. Give again over the left side to Emerson, and a tough run for 5 to the 33-yard line. And that's a first down. Mark Bramer, in his 15th year as head coach, sat down with us earlier, and we asked him about Brandon Freeman, his junior quarterback.
Brandon's a talented young man, and he throws the ball well. He's really improved his strength and his speed since last year, and so now he can run the football almost as well as he throws it. Brock, on the other hand, is a young man who probably runs it better than he throws it. Very intelligent kid, too. So we've got 2 kids who can play the quarterback position in Brock Schroeder and Brandon Freeman, but our best tandem is probably to have Brock as a tailback with Brandon underneath center.
Well, Brandon Freeman and Brock Schroeder, both guys capable of doing that. Brock Schroeder's become the main running threat this year for this squad as the run up the middle from Emerson nets a couple of yards. 2nd down from the 37-yard line. They need the 43 for a first. Maryland I formation now motioning out as Hilcom into the left side. 2nd down. Option play, late pitch, great pitch, and a terrific catch, and all that for 1 yard out near the 39-yard line. A lot of damage done as Austin Colmoose gets tackled. The damage mainly done to Brandon Freeman, the quarterback, who really took a pop.
Watch this hit right here. Going to come up, Corey Schaefer, boom, right there. And I don't know that you could make the pitch any later than what he did right there. It was almost a reaction to the hit in a way, but hit a bit of a positive play out of it.
3rd down and 5 now for Pierce, trailing 14-0 first quarter. Freeman to throw. Sets up the screen, sniffed out beautifully by Riley Knake. Riley Knake was all over that play, and Brock Schroeder got buried as he caught the football.
And if Knake didn't make the play, Abe, I think there was room because there was nobody else out there. Just needed 1 block to make this one work.
Take a look at it again here, but I got to say this here in the early going. I don't see a white shirt behind that right there, or in front of it, I should say. This Norfolk Catholic team is playing with a vengeance right now. Incredible effort. Here comes the punt.
A high punt, short kick, bobbled and out of bounds. Oh boy, what a break. That ball was bobbled on the far sideline and went out of bounds. Luke Lyons, the punt returner, but he was not able to hold on to that and it went out of bounds.
I think the whistle actually blew right before the fumble, but fortunate for Norfolk Catholic, the ball went out of bounds.
Well, this Sunday on NET television, you'll be enchanted by the heavenly melodies of Celtic Thunder. Their 5 Celtic male voices blend together so smoothly it's like nothing else you've heard. From rousing ensemble numbers to solos showcasing each member's vocal style and personality, Celtic Thunder performs heartwarming songs of the season. Don't miss Celtic Thunder Christmas, Sunday night at 10:30 Central on NET1 and NET HD. And what a play by Shelton Dvorak, swarming to the football. And Norfolk Catholic starts off with a negative play, a loss of a couple.
Good job by the defense here just to shut off the inside, nowhere to go, and there comes Dvorak. Nice job as far as the tackle goes right there. Great form tackle.
Really important possession now for Pierce. Their defense has to hold here and try to force a punt and get the ball back for their offense. Being down 2 scores is a lot, but 3 at this point in the game against a solid team like Norfolk Catholic, and it'd be an awfully big uphill climb the rest of the way.
Yeah, especially if that defense continues just the tempo that they've shown thus far. It is early in the game, no reason to, I mean, you've got a long way to go yet in this ball game. So 14 points, yeah, as already pointed out, they've made that up before. So just play your game, stay after it. But man, this Norfolk Catholic defense.
Jeff Beller not real thrilled that he had to take a timeout there, kind of arguing loudly that his team needs to keep that foot on the pedal here a little bit. 14-0 with the lead here. Maybe reminding his team of what happened in that first meeting, as Larry reminded us earlier. What a terrific coach. Champions in C1 6 times. Just a great, great guy to be leading this program as he has for 29 years now, Jeff Beller. There's the equally good man on the other side, head coach Mark Bramer. His 5th state title game. 15 games coached between the two in the state championship. Not bad. 2nd and 12 from the 43-yard line. Swing pass, Lyons on the edge, and Luke Lyons tackled near the 49-yard line. Pretty good tackle by Brock Schroeder, who hit him right between the top part of the 4 and the bottom part of the 4 and drove him to the turf.
I like that play, though. Get the ball to Lyons out there in space. Let him try to get part of it back. You're in a 2nd and extremely long. Now you get about half of it back. Now you're in 3rd and manageable at about 7 yards. Rather than try to whip it all the way down the field and have a 3rd and 12, now you have it back to a 3rd and 7.
48-yard line, leading 14-0. Beller with his backs in the eye, motion from Becker on the right side. Quick slant, and that ball's intercepted. Picked off by Pierce and into Norfolk Catholic territory. Brock Schroeder with his 3rd interception of the year, and a huge turnover to Pierce. Maybe that'll spark him back into this ball game.
Usually it will do that, Kevin. Just provide some sort of impetus for the offense to come out and get the job done. But man, did Schroeder sit on that route. He recognized that route immediately, got up underneath the route and stepped in front of the receiver, just like you saw there, and got the ball back for his ball club. Brock Schroeder, senior, 6 foot, 175 pounds.
Just trying to run a quick slant out there. And I think Beller led him just a little bit too much, looking for Brozak on the slant.
Schroeder will stay in and play quarterback for the first time today. Schroeder in some trouble running the option, and Schroeder going nowhere. Big tackle in the backfield for Norfolk Catholic.
Big loss on the play there, about 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. So after the turnover, Pierce wants to try to get a little bit of momentum going, and nothing doing there. Norfolk Catholic shut them down.
This defense, whoever motivated them before this game, you got to bottle it and put it on the shelf. Incredible work they're doing here early in the early going.
I will point out that Larry Putney was not in the Norfolk Catholic locker room. Maybe that motivated him. Toss play, left side, looking for some running room, and not a whole lot out there. Back across midfield into Norfolk Catholic territory goes Caitlin Rupert.
Hey, look at this defensive setup. Norfolk Catholic going with 6 down linemen on the last play and filling with linebackers behind them. So really going man-to-man on the outside if they even have wide receivers.
But Riley Kinnick that time, a great job at the corner, that far corner, right corner. Kept the blocker away with the inside arm, ready to go to the outside if he needed to, and then come back inside and make the tackle.
And now flags thrown on a 3rd down and 9 at the Norfolk Catholic 48. And a false start will turn that into a 3rd and 14. Our referee today, Chris Van Meter from Lincoln. Scott Cotton, the umpire, and a mainly Lincoln-based crew today of officials as assigned to this NSAA championship. And we have seen some just outstanding officiating throughout these 2 days here in Lincoln.
Some of the best officiating we've seen on this field all year long.
3rd down and 14 from the 47-yard line. And a give on a little bit of misdirection. Some running room from Meyer, and a good tackle. Looked like he was about to pop into the clear aid, but a very good tackle keeps him from getting that 1st down.
Well, I tell you what, the lead block on the play was Mason Rorick, who came out from his guard spot, pulling from that right side. Watch him, number 60 right here, right there on the right side, and just driving his man away, totally away from the play, but again, coming up just a little bit short, well, quite a bit short on the play.
4th down and 7. Good punt taken at the 19-yard line, dancing out of bounds. Luke Lyons out near the 25-yard line. So Norfolk Catholic with the ball and the lead, 1:18 remaining in this first quarter of play in the C1 State Championship. Next Tuesday on NET television, follow the 2006 Husker volleyball team on its journey to winning the 2006 National Championship in front of a sold-out crowd in Omaha. Remember the victory and learn the history behind the nation's premier women's volleyball program as NET television presents Nebraska volleyball. Dream like a champion next Tuesday night, November 30th at 8 Central Time here on NET1 and NET HD. First down from the 24 for Norfolk Catholic. Motion from Kinnick. And on first down, to give up the middle to Corey Schaefer, and Schaefer bowling tacklers over near the 30-yard line. A 6-yard push up the middle by Schaefer.
About 3 of that comes after contact. This big fella just rumbling up inside. 215, very strong young man.
Winding down here in this first quarter, 2nd and 4 for the 12-0 Norfolk Catholic Knights. Empty backfield as Beller stands in the gun, now coming around in motion to take the handoff as Luke Lyons got a block. Lyons with running room across the 45 and down at the 46. Good open field tackle by Brandon Freeman of Pierce, but a great run from Lyons all the way to the 46-yard line, a gain of 16.
This play, we see this so many times. We see it at every level of football. It's just a tough play to defend. A guy's going full speed across the formation. They're in a double wing formation, and they just hand it off there to Lyons, and he's got full speed in space.
And you saw that replay right there, just to close the distance between the success and failure, not very far. I mean, that almost was a collision back there, but they got it off.
First down give to Schaefer, and Schaefer not any running room on that left side. Good push up there by that front line. Mason Rorick leading the way with 87 tackles this year, and he makes the stop as we reach the end of the first quarter. Through 1 quarter of play, it's all Norfolk Catholic here in the C1 Championship, leading 14-0.
Time Warner Cable is dedicated to the future of our nation's children. That's why we've launched our Connect a Million Minds initiative. We're asking adults to help us inspire kids through science, technology, engineering, and math. And we're achieving this through local partnerships with FIRST. Across the country, Time Warner Cable employees are helping bring FIRST robotics competitions to the areas we serve. The future of our nation and our children depends on math, science, and technology. Visit connectamillionminds.com to find out what you can do.
At U.S. Bank, we support athletics, the arts, and anyone with a dream. Support that's not just about money. It's about investing our time and our care to make the most of the places we call home. That's the power of U.S. Bank. All of us serving you.
The channel you're watching now is NET1 and NET HD.
NET Sports coverage of the 2010 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska high school athletes. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow.
Kevin Kugler alongside Adrian Fiala, Matt Davison, Larry Putney down on the field. Start of the second quarter of the C1 State Championship, a 14-0 lead for Norfolk Catholic as the Knights start 2nd and 11 from their 45-yard line. Jordan Beller rolls right, but a flag is thrown and the play is stopped, and Norfolk Catholic may lose 5 yards. Jeff Beller, 29 years as the head coach, sending in the plays. Looking a little frustrated with that penalty there. Has to be pleased, though, with the first quarter as a whole. His defense has shut down Pierce to the tune of 16 yards of total offense. He has 91 yards of total offense in that first quarter and 14 points. Not bad.
Just a great start, and they got a big special teams play as well, which helped them get the second touchdown.
On second down, play action, Beller to throw, goes to the right side. The diving grab made by Connor Ketter, just shy of midfield, and getting some of that yardage back, and now again putting themselves in a third down and short 6 for a first.
Going well on defense for Norfolk Catholic, and now this play action. Good fake right there, and all Ball a little bit low, but again, a good grab right there, going well on offense on that play also. But this 3rd and long, Kevin, as you brought up, make it interesting for this bunch here.
1 for 2 so far today on 3rd down. A 3rd and 6 from midfield. Schaefer and Arns behind Beller, and Beller going to run, try to get the 1st down. He will not do it. Great job staying in place for Pierce. Michael Hoffman with the tackle. And 4th down, time to punt it away.
Hoffman, usually their punter, their field goal kicker. Don't see a lot of numbers with respect to his defensive play, but that was an excellent defense right there by Hoffman.
He stayed home. I mean, there were 2
right
fakes
home
in the backfield, and Beller came around the edge, and if Hoffman hadn't stayed home, I think it would have been a 1st down. They'd have moved the chains. So now a chance for Pierce to get it back once again and to cut into this lead before the half.
Time to punt it away. Schroeder back deep. Schroeder calls fair catch, and he makes it with some help from Arns right on his hip at the 15-yard line. Big Red Wrap-Up will not be seen tonight at its regular time due to the NSAA Football Championships. Instead, the wrap-up can be seen on Wednesday night. We'll look back at Saturday's game at Texas A&M. Sadly, no special. That's right. Matt Davison will be our special guest. Plus, we'll look ahead to Friday's game with Colorado, Nebraska's last regular season game in the Big 12. Join us for Big Red Wrap-Up this Wednesday at 7 Central right here on NET1 and NET HD.
Trying to drive the ratings there, aren't you?
We are. It's been a big push for us to get Matt Davison on the show. People across the state have been demanding it.
Thanksgiving weekend, everyone will be cozied up in the living room.
And they want some Matt Davidson. 1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line. The give to Cole Moose, looking for some running room on the right side, and Cole Moose out near the 19, a pickup of close to 4 for the Pierce running back.
Not a lot of room here as Norfolk Catholic again continues to string it out on defense. Picked up about 4 yards on the play. Decent pickup, but again, good work by the defense just to string it out. Keep that runner to the inside.
2nd and 6 from the 19. And on 2nd down, the give to Shelton Dvorak, and Dvorak, not much running room up the middle, goes to the 22-yard line, just pounding away the middle of that Knights defense. But Norfolk Catholic strong to the challenge. Jake Schulte in there at the bottom of that pile for Norfolk Catholic.
And right now, Pierce just needs a 1st down. They need something good to happen. This offense averaging over 42 points a game in the playoffs here, 48, 49, and 35 points. They started off with the 48-7 win over Ord. And they just need something to spark them here. So see if they can get this big 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. Toss play. Cole Moose trying for the right corner, and Cole Moose is going to have the 1st down. Dove just across the 25-yard line, and that'll be enough to move the chains. Only the 2nd 1st down of the day for the Pierce Blue Jays.
Host of players out there to help him out too, as you see Cole Moose here. See a block right there, number 69 for Pierce, leading that pack was Shane Asmus, and Cole Moose just ducking ahead and picking that 1st down up by about half a yard.
From the 26, 1st down and 10. Give to the fullback up the gut and out to the 29-yard line, a pickup of 3.
This is okay now for Pierce. I mean, this is the way they want to drive it down the field. They need to stay patient. Continue to try to let Dvorak and Freeman and these guys pound it up there through the middle. Cole Moose, just move the chains and try to get into this lead a little bit.
2nd down and 7 from the 29-yard line. Play action. Freeman to throw. Pass almost intercepted and flags thrown.
I think they're going to get interference there on Norfolk Catholic. Looked like pretty good coverage. It was a race to the ball, but Farley, I think, got there a shade early, and that's what they're going to get.
Bumped him just a bit. And a good call from our officiating crew.
He made it look good. He made it look like he was going for the football. Not happy there. Chip Miller letting folks know about it, so they'll move the sticks. 1st down.
Ball to the 44-yard line. Pierce will take yardage any way they can get it right now against this Norfolk Catholic defense. So now from the 44, first down and 10. Colmoose, the running back, in the eye on the option. And the keep by Freeman, and that was well defended by Norfolk Catholic. 3-yard gain on the play. And we talked earlier with Norfolk Catholic coach Jeff Beller, and we asked him to scout these Pierce Bluejays for us.
Pierce is very well coached and very similar to us in terms of size. Very good running team in terms of running the football, but their quarterbacks can throw, so they'll add the throw in and mix it up. And defensively, they're very similar to us. We're both even front defenses, and they've shut their opponents down very well in the playoffs. They really haven't been tested in the postseason, so we know we have a big challenge in front of us today.
Carry up the middle by Nate Emerson, who picks up about 3 yards near midfield. It'll leave a 3rd and 4 for the Blue Jays here. 7.5 remaining in this first half, and Pierce down 14-0.
Pierce so far just 37 yards on the ground. Really not able to generate whatever they need. They updated now to 40 yards that last carry. And Norfolk 74 yards rushing. 29 passing, up over the 100-yard mark for them.
3rd down and 4 from midfield. Freeman on the roll. Under pressure. Hit as he throws. Got a man open, and it's incomplete. Just a little too tall at about the 30-yard line. And open was Michael Hoffman, but not able to pull it down.
He was wide open too, Wade. That would have been a big gain if he could have found Hoffman down there. If he'd have caught it in stride, there was no one within 5 yards of him.
Watch it here. You're going to see Scott Vollmer has him inside, and he's pressuring him. And well, unfortunately, not able to come up with that football. But Vollmer on the pressure. Freeman maybe felt a little bit of that on the throw.
Osborne to punt it away. Good punt by Osborne. Going back near the 12-yard line is Becker. Becker out of 1 tackle and down near the 17-yard line. Well, it's time now for our NSAA championship trivia. Be the first person to email us at sports@netnebraska.org with the correct answer, and you'll win an NET Sports blue logo t-shirt size extra large. Here's the question. Who holds the Class C1 record for the longest touchdown run in an NSAA playoff game? The first correct email to sports@netnebraska.org will win the NET Sports t-shirt. And remember, only one winner per household during the 2010 championships. It is not Adrian Fiala or Matt Davison. It's certainly not Larry Putney or Kevin Kugler either. nor is it our producer director Jim Carmichael, nor is it Director Sue Marriott. None of those people involved.
I wonder if the person who did it knows it was them.
They may not. First down and 10 from the 17-yard line for Norfolk Catholic, and Jordan Malachek. Malachek fumbles the football, loose on the field, and Pierce has it. It bounced right into the hands of Cody Hilkeman, and the Blue Jays have the football. There is a flag down back at the 23-yard line.
Came on the initial blocking up there, Kevin. Personal foul face
against Norfolk Catholic.
Face mask against Norfolk Catholic. So illegal hands to the face.
Mess with the headgear, and that is a call.
And a first down, and Pierce is going to have a golden opportunity to cut into this lead on the first real break of the ball game that's gone Pierce's way.
And it really is something they need to do, just for their mental sake more than anything. Again, this game is clearly not out of hand by any means, but the way Norfolk Catholic's playing defense, you've got to get something rolling here. You've got to loosen up that defense. Pierce is going to try to do that on this series here.
Brock Schroeder lining up at running back. He gets the toss. Schroeder trying to get to the left side, and Schroeder hitting hard at the 25-yard line. Boy, he took a couple of big shots there at the 25 after picking up 3 hard yards.
The way I see it right now, the way Norfolk Catholic is lining up on defense with 6 linemen and 2 linebackers, 8 guys essentially within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. Pierce is either going to have to be really patient on offense and just be okay with getting 2, 3, 4 yards of play and plod their way down the field, or they're going to have to spread them out and try to loosen them up with the throwing.
On second down, play action, Freeman going to the right side. That's intercepted. Picked off by Schaefer. Schaefer trying to take it to the house at the 30. Schaefer to the 20, Schaefer to the 10, and Schaefer's in for the touchdown. Corey Schaefer, his second interception of the year, and he takes it 63 yards for the score.
Boy, what a turnaround that is in the minds of the Pierce Blue Jays. Incredible turn. And Schaefer, excellent at reading the route, reading the eyes of the quarterback, looking to that area, and Corey Schaefer just right there, right in the lane. He was able to maybe get it up over Schaefer a little bit. Maybe it works, but there he goes. He's off to the races. Lumbering down that far sideline. Big play, Schaefer.
And another big play for Norfolk Catholic. What a turnaround. Wow. And the extra point is good. 21-0 Norfolk Catholic on the touchdown return by Corey Schaefer. Schaefer with one rushing touchdown and one interception return for a touchdown today.
One thing to get a turnover, another better thing to get the turnover and then turn it into immediate points. And that's what Schaefer does right here. Good pursuit there at the last moment, but not going to happen. The way Norfolk Catholic is playing defense, guys, it's early, as like I said, in the ball game, but man, they keep up this pace. It's going to be difficult for Pierce.
Stay tuned. Anything can happen.
Amen.
Well, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email and let us know what you think about our sports coverage of the NSAA High School Championships. If you value statewide NET television, let us know and let our sponsors know by writing to sports@netnebraska.org. We thank you for watching the NSAA Football Championships on NET, NET HD, and on the web at netnebraska.org. As you know, NET is Nebraska's home for sports.
Indeed it is. We saw this happen last night. We saw Millard South get out to a big lead, or quick lead. All of a sudden, what happens there? It turns around, Millard North comes back and picks up the game. But, well, this Catholic defense, Norfolk Catholic defense, I'm impressed with what they're doing.
You're not kidding.
Very impressed.
That A game turned around quick last night. Basically had time to grab a soda as the second half started. Before you knew it, Millard North was ahead after trailing 20-7. See if that happens here for Pierce as that ball will go into the end zone for the touchback, and Pierce will start from the 20-yard line. First down and 10 with 5:59 remaining in the second quarter. And Mark Bramer's squad, they're not going to get 21 points in one play. I think that's probably the most obvious statement of the day. So they've got to just, don't they, Matt, stay with their game plan, churn away, chop away, just try to get it back in small pieces.
Yeah, you know, they've had some misfortune, obviously, with the pick six. They had the fumble on the kickoff return, so you know their defense hasn't played that bad, really, and they just have to try to get back into it now. And obviously, it looks like a big-time uphill climb, but they need to keep the ball away from Norfolk Catholic and plod their way down the field.
Good start as a run up the middle by Shelton Dvorak from the 20 to the 27-yard line.
I think you saw Pierce kind of get out of what they wanted to do, out of their comfort zone a little bit with that last pass. I mean, you know, yes, Norfolk Catholic is really coming up to the line of scrimmage and trying to clog things up near the line of scrimmage, but you know, that's a long pass to throw out there into the flat, and there was Schaefer, who's a good player obviously, and he picked it off.
2nd and 3 from the 27-yard line. There's a first down run over the right side for Dvorak again. He was the leading rusher on the team this year, over 1,600 yards rushing and averaged 16 plus yards a carry on the season. Dvorak at the 34-yard line with a first down and 10 for the Pierce Blue Jays. They don't throw a lot. 8 to 10 passes a game is what they average on the year. They've thrown 4 so far in this first half. Misdirection and some running room, cutting back and into the secondary, running free. Cole Moose trying to break a tackle, and he's down at the 22-yard line. Terrific run by Austin Colmoose. A little misdirection at the point of attack, and Colmoose was off.
First time we've seen that play, I think, Abe.
That's what they need as far as spark goes. A play going right up the middle. Get behind the blocking. Colmoose, 6 foot, 165. Narrow target to hit up there, but good speed once he got by that first and second level. But now it's just important for Pierce just to capitalize on that run in this position.
44-yard scamper, first down from the 22-yard line. Give up the middle to Dvorak, and Dvorak to the 20-yard line, a pickup of 2.
One thing about Pierce, when you look at the number of ball carriers they've had in the rushing category, they've had 8 different players carrying the football. So that works at times as far as committee goes, but you need some consistency in that effort, and Dvorak gives that to him, and Colmos now has carried the brunt.
53 yards rushing for Colmos on just 4 carries. It's not a bad per carry average. Second down, option keeper, and Freeman should have a first down to the 11-yard line. So Pierce knocking on the door. Let's check back in with Larry Putney.
Well, Adrian was just mentioning the depth of this Pierce club, and that's the one thing that Ogallala coach Jeff McBride said after the semifinal win by Pierce. He said, we have not seen a team with that kind of depth all season long, and Mark Bramer talked about that in the pregame locker room. He said, guys, we're going to play a whole bunch of kids, and we're going to keep coming at them. Eventually, we'll start to wear them down.
That's certainly the hope, although I don't think he wanted to try to start wearing them down from a 21-point deficit.
Not in the least, for sure, but their challenge right now.
First down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Colmos and Dvorak behind Freeman. And a penalty flag thrown.
Timeout, Pierce.
Prior to the delay of game, Pierce did get the timeout. So the flag will be picked up. The timeout was called. So a timeout for the Pierce Bluejays. NET is your ticket to exciting sports action right in your living room. Help us deliver inspiring sports programming by joining the NET Sports Partners Club. Your contribution helps to ensure that your favorite sports programs continue for years to come. And you'll receive some great thank you gifts as appreciation for your support. Log on to netnebraska.org/sportspartners and become a member today. So important here in these final 11 yards for Pierce to put that in the end zone. They have really got to get something positive going into the locker room here.
Well, 3:34. 3 minutes and change to the halftime. You're right, Kevin. And it would really be a big plus in the minds of the Pierce Bluejays to get a score right here, put their minds and their bodies back in the game, and get them ready to come out in the second half and go.
From the 11, first down and 10 for the Bluejays. Colmos trying the left side, and Colmos stood up and going nowhere. Terrific defense again. Ethan Brozic, he really stands out down there at 6'7", and he stood up Colmos on that attempt.
This is just a must drive here. Pierce has to get a touchdown. They have a little bit of momentum now, getting the ball all the way down here. Had the big play from Colmos. And now I know it's second down, but I think this is 4-down territory. I think you have to try to get 7.
Second down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Colmos in motion gets the carry with blockers in front, and Colmos trying to push forward inside the 5 and finally dropped near the 3-yard line by Corey Schaefer. What a tough run by Austin Colmos, really packing some power on that sweep.
Yeah, he has been the bread and butter runner for this ball club so far. And if everybody else in blue jerseys can up the ticket, up the pace as he is, they will be back in this ball game. Big time right now, third down. They can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line.
Third down and 2 from the 3. The give is to Colmos. Colmos stretching the ball out, trying to get it to that first down marker, if nothing else. And he looks like he's going to be about a half-yard shy of a first down. So it's 4th down. The ball inside the 2. They need to get it just inside the 1 for the first. And, of course, right after that, it's a touchdown.
There it is again, trying to get it there. And even his buddies helping out. Maybe let's fumble it forward and go from there. But this is it. Huge play.
This could be the game play right here. If Norfolk Catholic gets the stop. 4th down and 1. Toss play, looking for room, and it's going to be very close. Brock Schroeder, all 6 feet of him leaning forward at the end. Did he get enough for the first down? Wow.
He gave it a go, and so did Norfolk Catholic in terms of defense. Change come out here to second.
What a big measurement this is.
This is, yeah. This is everything right here. They have to get this, and I think they did by a nose.
Boy, just by the football. Well, look at that. Not by much, but a first down, and the game really stays alive for Pierce. If they come down here and get stood up on 4th down, 21-0 going into halftime, that could be about it.
That's very, very tough. Even though you have a whole half of football left, mentally you're kind of out of it, and I don't know what you do to get back.
First down and goal from the 1. Dvorak in for the touchdown. Shelton Dvorak, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year, and Pierce has some life there on the board.
Now that running back by committee has worked on this series, and they put it in, and they really needed to put it in, as we just said a moment ago. New life, new attitude, new whatever. Get this extra point, be ready to go on defense.
On to try the extra point for Pierce, Tyler Lindsay. Lindsay's extra point is good. And it's a 21-7 ball game with 1:22 remaining in the first half.
All of a sudden you look down at some of the stats and you couldn't believe the score. Pierce has over double the time of possession in this football game. They have more total yards than Norfolk Catholic. They've run almost twice as many plays from scrimmage, and yet they trail 21-7 because of the big plays, the turnovers, and the opportunistic defense and special teams that Norfolk Catholic has had here.
NET is committed to creating the very best programs that feature our state. The best way to keep track of the programs airing on NET is the NET Now magazine. NET Now is offered as a thank you benefit to members at the $30 level and above. Not a member yet? Visit netnebraska.org/members or call toll-free 1-800-634-6788 to become one today. Viewers like you make our high school sports coverage possible by watching and supporting NET Sports, and we appreciate your support. So Pierce on the board, trailing now 21-7 as Michael Hoffman gets ready to kick this ball away. Kickoff taken from the 8-yard line. Looking for some room and a crease for Luke Lyons for a moment. A good tackle made by Tyler Lindsay at the 29-yard line. And let's check back in with Larry.
Well, Kevin, it's a workmanlike approach for this Blue Jay squad. They bring the sledgehammers to the field. They bring the lunch bucket. They say a blue-collar-like effort is what they're looking for. Smash mouth, go right at people. They bring the sledgehammers right onto the field. In fact, they're so tough, they don't even turn on the heaters. The heaters are shut off on the sideline. He said they don't need the heaters.
Sadly, they don't turn them on for the sideline reporter. I mean, that would be a helpful thing, wouldn't it? First down and 10 from the 28-yard line as Norfolk Catholic going back to work up the middle with the run from Corey Schaefer, and Schaefer to the 30-yard line before he's shoved back, a pickup of about 1.5 yards.
Well, that's the way they come to the field, and they play most of the guys that are on their team, so they know they all have to be ready, and maybe that's part of the reason the heaters are off. They say everybody's going to stay warm everywhere anyway, because everybody's going to play.
2nd and 8 from the 30. Schaefer again looking for room, none there. Hoffman shuts the door at the 30-yard line, and now it's 3rd down. Pierce is going to take a timeout. I wondered if we wouldn't see that. Mike Bramer came running out onto the field to signal timeout with 32 seconds left in the half.
7 men up front that time for the Blue Jays in that defensive line, trying to cover all the areas and cover all the gaps. And they shut the play down for no gain.
Well, if you'd like a DVD of this game or any of the NSAA football or volleyball championships, go to netnebraska.org/sports or call 1-800-868-1868 to order your DVD for only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Be sure to specify the sport, school, and class when ordering by phone. It's a lasting memory for the entire family. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. So far, a half to remember for Norfolk Catholic. One you'll want to keep on DVD this first half. Pierce, though, bouncing back with a little late momentum here in this first half, and the Blue Jays are hoping the second half becomes one to remember. 3rd down and 8 from the 30-yard line for Norfolk Catholic. And the give to Schaefer over the right side, and Schaefer leaning forward, and he's going to be stopped very close to a first down. Looks like about a half-yard short of that first down. Clock will run with under 20 seconds to go.
See the lead blockers out there on the trap blocking, and terrific work up front. Looked like number 69 Blake Wagner, and also Bulmer coming around the end there.
Kind of surprised that Pierce did not use their final timeout after stopping him on third down. Instead, they'll elect to go to the locker room trailing 21-7. They had one timeout left, had called one on third down, and stop him on the third down play, short of the first, and elect not to make him punt. Let's check in downstairs with Larry Putney.
Well, Coach, you give up the big interception, and then you were behind and down a distance in field position nearly that entire first half.
Yeah, you can't play. You know, you got your back against the wall pretty much the entire time. It limits what you can do offensively. We got to step up and play a little bit harder and play a little bit better. That's all we'll do to challenge our kids. It was good that we were able to answer them and put some points on the board before half, but can't give up the big play like we did for their first score, nor can you throw and give up an 80-yard interception return. So, you know, if we eliminate those two, it's 7-7.
I know you like your depth. What do you change in the second half?
I don't think you change anything. You know, we've been able to move the football on them at times when we've had the football. Defensively, we got to step up a little bit. I think we did that a little bit better in the second half of that second quarter. So we just challenge our young men. You know, it's right now, it's just hard.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Well, a 21-7 deficit at the half for the Pierce Blue Jays. Norfolk Catholic enjoying the lead at halftime. The C1 State Championship on NET Sports.
I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna feel today, feel today, feel today. I just wanna feel something today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today.
Always there when the day begins. And we exist to generate your power, deliver it safely, and answer your call. We are always there through snow and storm. We reconnect lives and make things brighter for your family and ours. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us. Together with your local public power utility.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Billboard's top world music artist, Celtic Thunder, returns with their all-new dazzling special, Celtic Thunder Christmas.
Sunday, November 28th at 8:30 Central on NET1 and NET HD. Plus, tune in to find out how you can meet the members of Celtic Thunder.
NET Sports coverage of the 2010 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by U.S. Bank, committed to customer service through performance, products, and people. U.S. Bank, proud sponsor of high school athletics on NET, member FDIC. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, one less thing to worry about. And by Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. Kevin Kugler, Adrian Fiala, Matt Davison, Larry Putney back at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. We're at halftime of the Class C1 State High School Football Championships. Norfolk Catholic with a 21-7 lead over the Pierce Blue Jays. Norfolk Catholic jumped out to a 21-0 advantage before a late touchdown for Pierce made it a 21-7 halftime advantage for Norfolk Catholic in this C1 state championship game. Happy to have with us Larry Mulring to talk a little bit about some other stuff going on with the NSAA in the fall, specifically cross country. And Kearney has been the host of the cross country meet, Larry, since 1972. You ever change that track around to give the athletes a little bit of variation on the track?
It's kind of difficult to change a golf course around, so there's not a lot of variation. There has been in my tenure a couple of times where there's been some construction on the course where we had to tweak a few things, but we've pretty much kept that last 500-600 meters uphill and into the finish. I think most people like that, so that's why we've kept it that position.
The NSAA has switched to using timing chips on the runner's shoes. How has that helped improve the championship?
Well, I think it's immensely improved. Previously, we had a lot of congestion at the finish. We tried to put them in chutes and had to do it all by hand, and this has automated the entire process, and it's been a huge difference. Much more efficient.
How do you coordinate passing out all those chips and then, more importantly, getting all the chips back at the end of the meet?
Well, we make the fine pretty stiff so that if they do not return the chips, but we do that on the course. We have some excellent help with UNK and Kearney Country Club, and they do a great job getting those things back, and the coaches have been very receptive to it. So that's it in a nutshell.
Obviously, a great crowd on hand. A lot of folks came out to watch this cross-country meet. Let's talk a little bit first about the girls and then the boys this year as far as the results at this cross-country meet.
The boys' race was very good. Fremont, I think, won Class A. In the girls' race, we had an individual performance by Miss Warden from Scottsbluff, who did a tremendous job. She's a two-time champion, three-time maybe, and just a wonderful performance by those people.
Larry, when you look at cross country, obviously it's a sport that has stayed very consistent over the years in the state of Nebraska. It seems like everybody who does tracks tends to go out for cross country. We have a nice marriage between those two sports in the state of Nebraska.
Well, I think it's a great combination, and I know that a lot of football players enjoy the track and field because it helps with the speed. Cross country is also coordinated with some things in the spring as well. Our running, I think, in Nebraska has really improved tremendously in the last few years.
Take a look at the results first for the girls in Class A, Papillion La Vista South, Class B, Seward, Class C, Fort Calhoun, and Class D, Crofton, your girls cross-country champions. In the boys' side, Fremont wins Class A, Scotts Bluff in Class B, Ogallala in Class C, and Nebraska Christian winning in Class D this year for the boys cross-country championships. And obviously some familiar names of schools on those cross-country lists, but it's nice to see some new names on there as well this year.
It is nice to see new names. However, we have a group that been consistently well coached, and they have done a great job getting kids out for that particular sport, and they continue to be impressive in the state championships.
Larry Mulring, Assistant Director of the NSAA. Larry, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate your help.
We are at halftime of the C1 State High School Football Championship. Norfolk Catholic leading Pierce 21-7.
Hey, college doesn't just happen. There's a few things you need to do to find the school that's the right fit for you.
Yeah, like thinking about your career interests and then researching colleges that fit those interests.
And going to college fairs and talking with college representatives that visit your school.
And most importantly, you should visit the schools that interest you. After all, you wouldn't buy a pair of shoes without trying them on first, would you?
You know, many years ago when I was about 8 years old, I got the opportunity to watch a box turtle behind my house lay her eggs. And watching that turtle go through all that effort, that just piqued my curiosity, and I wanted to learn more and read more. My entire job is science. I want children to get connected with science and utilize the technology and the engineering abilities, because each one of us has the ability to change the world.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
A diesel-powered engine on a farm works hard and operates in a grueling environment. Soy biodiesel fuels stand up to the challenge of powering farm equipment, but are also renewable and environmentally responsible as well. The Nebraska Soybean Board is committed to encouraging the use of soy biodiesel to protect the environment and sustain Nebraska's agriculture. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, growing opportunity from the ground up.
In Ndamukong Suh is perhaps the best defensive player in the history of Husker football. When you join the NET Sports Partners Club now with your gift of $80, we'll thank you with this limited edition coin that pictures Ndamukong on one side and his long list of accomplishments on the other. Explore all the benefits of the Sports Partners Club today.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln as we approach the second half here of the C1 State High School Football Championships. At halftime, Norfolk Catholic leading Pierce 21-7 alongside Adrian Fiala, Matt Davison, Larry Putney. I'm Kevin Kugler. First half, a half of, well, some big plays for both teams. Pierce doing a pretty good job defensively, shutting down the Norfolk Catholic attack, and a good interception here to stymie another Norfolk Catholic drive by this Pierce D, and then Pierce doing what they do best, and that's trying to run the ball. The touchdown for Pierce coming on the ground from their fullback, Shelton Dvorak, but it was big plays, Aid, for Norfolk Catholic that got him going.
Pass completed here to keep the drive alive. Norfolk Catholic, and now the touchdown pass into the corner. As you see that great catch right there by Eric Becker. And there's Corey Schaefer, the long run there, and another big play by Corey Schaefer. 60-yard pass interception return for the touchdown. And right now, this young man is kind of the MVP of the ball game as we take a look at the numbers here.
And you see total yards very even, Aid, and those rushing numbers, the big difference for the Pierce Bluejays. 122 yards rushing, only -4 through the air. They are a run team, and that's how they'll get back into this game if they're going.
Indeed, and as I said earlier on, they have 8 different people carrying the ball here in the first half for the Pierce Bluejays. But Norfolk, again, statistically not, as Matt pointed out earlier in the ball game, not really what you would say in the ball game according to stats, but 2 big plays, 2 big touchdowns. So that's the difference in the ball game right now for Norfolk Catholic.
Now this great building hosting another state championship today, and a good one so far, but Norfolk Catholic with the edge at halftime, 21-7 over their rivals from Pierce. The second half kicking off in just a moment on NET Sports.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. Across Nebraska, the nation, and everywhere in between, U.S. Bank provides financial, trust, and investment services to individuals, large corporations, and small businesses. Wherever you go, whether it's in person, on the phone, or on the World Wide Web, you'll find U.S. Bank. You'll find more than 50,000 U.S. bankers, home of the 5-star service guarantee.
Farmers rely on it. Businesses depend on it. Families trust it. It is public power. And at NPPD, we know Nebraskans don't take it for granted. That's why every dollar is reinvested into the system. The power plants, transmission lines, and utility employees that deliver safe and reliable electricity to you. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility.
What inspired me to pursue a career in technology was the fact that I have kids. We need the internet. They wouldn't be able to do any of their research without it. It's really important for our children to think science and technology is important. I believe that all kids should look towards technology because that's where the world is going. Get involved in all of the science activities because all of that experience can lead you a long way.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
This is NET Television. More convenience, more channels, more choices.
Along with Adrian Fiala, I'm Kevin Kugler. The next Big Red Wrap-Up is on Wednesday.
And Kevin will recap Nebraska's game with A&M, and our special guest will be former Husker and receiver analyst Matt Davison.
Don't forget the Wrap-Up is on Wednesday, right here on NET, Nebraska's home for sports.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. get set for life.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Both teams on the field getting set for the second half of the C1 State Championship. Norfolk Catholic leading Pierce 21-7 at the half. Alongside Adrian Fiala, Matt Davidson, and Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler from Memorial Stadium. A terrific afternoon of football so far. Earlier today, we saw Hastings St. Cecilia defeat Archbishop Bergen by 3, 17-14. And now Norfolk Catholic trying to knock off their rivals, Pierce, with a 21-7 lead at the half, and a very quick start for head coach Jeff Beller and his Norfolk Catholic squad, taking advantage of some miscues off of Pierce, and they have really jumped out on that early lead, trying to hang on here as they move their way through the second half.
Yeah, a couple of Pierce turnovers turned into points, 14 points to be specific for Norfolk Catholic, and you turn it over and give up points, you got problems on your hands, and that's what Pierce has on their hands right now. So if they can limit that and get themselves back in the ball game here in the second half, they're running by committee, just bring their lunch pails out and start hitting people with them. They might be back in the ball game here.
Well, you line these two teams up on both sides of the ball, and they're pretty equal, really. And we saw that for most of the half. But the things that you can't account for are turnovers and special teams plays, and that's really where Norfolk Catholic had the big advantage in the first half.
Head coach of Norfolk Catholic, Jeff Beller, standing by with Larry Putney. Larry?
Coach Beller, you must have been pleased with what you saw, especially from an effort standpoint defensively by your squad.
I thought we played hard, you know, really on both sides of the ball. I'm disappointed that we gave up a long run, but obviously they got a good football team, so we didn't come down here with the expectation of shutting them out. We figured they'd get some points, and we're happy that we got some points, and now we just got to play hard for 24 minutes.
They're driving to cut it to 7, and you have a big play, a big turning point in the game.
Huge, you know, big interception. I thought possibly they're going to get one and be 14-7, and then he takes it back 21, and that's why I was probably disappointed that we let them have a big run after that. But again, they're a type of team, they'll never quit. They're well coached, and their kids play hard. We knew that.
You make any changes at half?
No, we really talked to our kids just about being solid fundamental technique, and we talked to our offensive line about we have a big eye back. We want to turn this game on to him a little bit and let him get some carries right at him and see if he can start making them pay a little bit to go right at him.
Right in the clock a little bit. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, not a bad idea when you've got a guy like Corey Schaefer, who's already accounted for 2 touchdowns today, one on the ground and one through an interception return for a touchdown. A guy who rushed for over 1,200 yards coming into this game with his 56-yard performance so far. He's over 1,300 yards rushing on the season, and Corey Schaefer, not a bad guy to lean on with a lead.
No, not at all. He's a guy that you can really rely on, Kevin, and he's kind of used to big plays against Wahoo this year. 66-yard run for a touchdown. So the big guy can get out and go, and we saw that happen both in the touchdown run and also in the interception return.
NET is your ticket to exciting sports action right in your living room. Help us deliver inspiring sports programming by joining the NET Sports Partners Club. Your contribution helps to ensure that your favorite sports programs continue for years to come. And you'll receive some great thank you gifts as appreciation for your support. Log on to netnebraska.org/sportspartners and become a member today.
Indeed, encourage everybody to get on board. Lots of special activities with the club, and come and join us. A lot of fun.
Let's check back in downstairs with Larry.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Right after we talked with Coach Beller, he walked straight over to Corey Schaefer, and he said, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told everybody at halftime. We're going to give you the ball, step up, run hard, let's get it done. A one-to-one contact, eye-to-eye, and Corey looked at him right in the eye and said, I can do it.
That is exactly what you expect your coach to say to your leader on your team, your leading rusher in a game where you have the lead. It's time to ride the big horse all the way to a championship.
Spot on reporting down there as well. And for Schaefer, we'll see, only had 8 carries in the first half, so in the second half we'll see how many he gets. And you know, it's hard to talk about, you know, the clock at this point, but with the way Pierce likes to use the clock to go down the field as well, if Norfolk Catholic can just put a couple of drives together and bleed a lot of the clock and even get one more score, it's going to be awfully difficult on Pierce.
Is Larry still with us, Larry?
What's that?
Are you still? I just wondered if Pierce is going to use those sledgehammers in another way here in the second half.
On the spot.
Okay.
Getting ready to start this third quarter of play, and Norfolk Catholic's Luke Lyons getting ready back deep to return, as the Norfolk Catholic Knights will have the football to start things off in this second half. Ready to go. And Pierce will kick it off to start off this second half of the C1 state championship game. Short kickoff taken by the up back at the 28-yard line. It's Arns. Arns breaks a tackle across the 30. And Dylan Arns out near the 32-yard line, and that's where Norfolk Catholic will start first down and 10. And we'll, sounds like, see a pretty heavy dose of Corey Schaefer here for Norfolk Catholic.
Well, again, just grind the real estate up, burn the clock, and get as much of that off as you can. They've got that 14-point lead. And again, if that defense keeps playing the way they did, they played just magnificently in that first half in terms of swarming to the ball, tackling, good straight up hits, recovering on plays maybe where a mistake was made. Doing exceptionally well.
First down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Arns motions to the right. On the move, Beller across the 40, and Jordan Beller close to a first down. They'll mark him at the 43, and that will be a first down for Norfolk Catholic. So just as predicted, Jordan Beller carrying the load on that first play for 11 yards.
Well, he's not a big fella, 6 feet and about 155 pounds, maybe. But he went off the right side and was able to get just over 10 yards. You know, he runs hard and great experience. You know, you think about how good Norfolk Catholic has been for so long. Just a sophomore quarterback, you know, they're going to have that leadership for the next couple of years as well.
First down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Backs in the eye. Beller fumbles the snap and has to cover it up. Back near the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard loss on the play. Beller able to get on top of that one, and Jordan Beller playing for his dad, Jeff. And we talked with Jeff about the challenges of having your son be your quarterback.
Our quarterback is Jordan Beller, who's my son. And he's a sophomore. I think he's learned, he's grown up as the season gone on, and played well for us. He hasn't had to be the playmaker. We've got a very good eye back in Corey Schaefer and a big receiver in Ethan Brozek, a couple seniors for us that have really been our leaders, I think, offensively. And he's been able just to kind of deliver what we needed delivered, and has played well for us. So we're hoping he can come out and play well today.
Well, makes a nice move there, does Beller, to make something positive out of a play that didn't look like it was going to be very positive. Good coverage downfield, and Beller able to sneak ahead for a couple of yards.
And one thing he does, as we've noticed throughout this game, he just, like any good back, he keeps the feet moving. He's looking here, keep the feet moving, keep that balance. But again, keep the feet going. He does. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage. It took quite a whack there right at the end.
Like most coaches' kids, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes there, and he could have thrown that one into coverage. Instead, he covered it up and got 2 yards.
A very good sophomore year in the first year as a starter. Third down and 8 from the 45, and flags fly. And delay of game against Norfolk Catholic.
Delay of game on the offense.
It's interesting. We had Coach Beller tell us about Corey Schaefer. Already reporting that Coach Beller went right over to Corey Schaefer to talk to him. Corey Schaefer hasn't touched the ball on this first possession.
And now a 3rd and 13. So a good start, really, for this first couple of minutes of the third quarter for Pierce. If they can get a stop here and get it back, be a really good start to a half that they need to dominate to get back into this thing.
Well, Brozek just came in. Ethan Brozek, he's 6'7". See if they try to get the football to him.
Becker motioning on the bottom of your screen. They will try to go to Brozek, and Brozek adjusts, and he makes a great catch for the first down. Underthrown ball, and Brozek did a terrific job coming back to it, Matt, and he made the catch at the Pierce 42.
That's a great play from a wide receiver. You know, the underthrown balls are the hardest ones for a defensive back to try to play. And that's exactly what we had there. Freeman was in coverage, and Brozek came back to the ball and was able to get it for the first down. Big time conversion there on 3rd down.
in the eye behind quarterback Beller. Schaefer the carry, and Schaefer blown up in the backfield by Mason Rorick, who almost got to Beller before he was able to hand the football. Great penetration from Mason Rorick, the junior defensive tackle.
Go back to that previous play with Brozick. As a defender, a lot of times you want to keep your eye, especially for receivers coming into the game. In that kind of situation, a specialty situation, Brozick coming in, bringing the play in, you got to have an idea that they're going to maybe try to go to him, and they did.
2nd and 9 from the 41. Option out of the gun. Beller going to keep it, and Beller to the 40, and that's all. They have pushed the ball just across that 40-yard line, but 2 yards at most for Jordan Beller on that carry.
He took a big shot at the end of that play too, so the Pierce defense really swarming to the ball, and they forced another 3rd and long here. Norfolk Catholic able to pick up the first one on this drive. Pierce needs to get off the field, though. They need to get the defense off the field and get the ball back for their offense. A big play here.
Brozick back in, lines up to the left of the line, bottom of your screen, along with Becker. Schaefer going in motion. 3rd down and 8. Beller to throw, and the pass almost intercepted. Good job by Brandon Freeman to get in front of that one. Intended all the way for Ethan Brozick, and maybe a little bit of a sophomore mistake there, and he did not stop looking at Brozick from the minute that play started.
Yeah, he was locked in on him. The other thing about it, Kevin, is Pierce, the Blue Jays, had learned their lesson on that previous long 3rd down play, and there were like 3, maybe 4, a 4th blue jersey in the background, but 3 Blue Jays gathered around Brozick just in case.
So Jordan Beller will drop back from the quarterback spot and get ready to punt this one away. Trying to pin Pierce deep. Ball angled toward the side, bounces at the 9-yard line, and it'll die right in that vicinity. So Pierce is going to start their first possession of the 3rd quarter down 2 touchdowns and down inside their own 10-yard line. Log on to Facebook.com/NET Sports and become a fan. Leave questions, comments, and see what happens behind the scenes. Plus, see what's coming up next on NET Sports. It's fast, fun, and easier than ever to be part of Nebraska's only statewide sports network on Facebook.com/NET Sports.
Well, the Pierce defense did their job to get it back to the offense. Not great field position, but nonetheless, they have the ball with a chance to get it back to a 1-score game.
Dvorak the lone setback. Colmoose in motion. And Dvorak gets the carry, and Dvorak out near the 12-yard line, a 3-yard pickup on the play. And we've talked about it all day long, but this Pierce team is not a team that's going to go to the air a lot. They are a 2 tight end set, fundamental 3-back, a lot of veer option, old Nebraska G option, a lot of that base stuff that you see from Pearson. That's not going to change despite the fact they're down 2 touchdowns.
No, indeed, Kevin, it will not. They're going to stick with the stuff that got them to where they are. The problem is that it's not a catch-up offense. It's going to take time. They do have time right now, but it's going to take time to recover here.
2nd down, the give up the middle to Dvorak, and Dvorak out near the 15-yard line trying to push everybody forward, and Dvorak with a gain of about 4.5 yards.
This is what we've seen from this offense. So now you have 3rd and 4. And we've seen multiple times today that this is what they've done. They've gotten 3, then they've gotten 3, and now you're at 3rd and 4. Now do you go to the air or do you stick with it? I mean, it's almost one of those deals where they'd have to use 4 downs to get 10 yards instead of using just 3. Are you willing to go for it on 4th down every time? Obviously inside your 20 or not, but we'll see what they do here.
3rd down, play fake. Freeman on the roll, pressure coming. Freeman throws, and it's caught for the first down. 25-yard line, Bronson Stanacek with his 13th catch of the year, and that's a big conversion for Pierce.
Indeed it is, Kevin, and he also had Brady Bretschneider out in the flat, had him open too, and in 1st down territory. So good work by their passing offense there to get the job done, get that ball in there by Freeman, get your team upfield. Now they can open up a little bit as far as offense goes.
1st down, Freeman trying to find some running room, none there. and he just spins forward for about 2 to the 27-yard line.
You start off at the 9-yard line, kind of backed up to your own goal line, and that changes your offensive complexion. You get a little breathing room, get it out there to the 20, 25-yard line. You can start to do some other things, but good job by that offense to get it out. Now they just need to keep moving it as they have here in these last 3 or 4 plays.
2nd down and 8 from the 27. Over the left side, Dvorak popping free, and Dvorak close to and has a 1st down near the 36-yard line. Good second effort from Shelton Dvorak.
Had a couple of those kind of runs yesterday. We kind of referred to them as rodeo runs, and that was indeed a rodeo run right there. Get it upfield. Dvorak just pounding away, shedding tackle.
From the 36, new set of downs for Pierce. 1st down and 10. Meyer to the outside, and Nate Meyer with a 1st down. Just his 2nd carry of the day. Nate Meyer gets the 1st for Pierce at the 48-yard line.
Now you see some different misdirection plays. There's so many different areas that you have to be concerned with as a defense around each end, up the middle on each side. You have to worry about the quarterback, the flankers, the running back, the fullback. They make you take care of every option.
Up the gut for a couple. Going to soften that middle again with Dvorak to midfield.
Yeah, the previous play they faked to him and put Meyer around the outside. But again, as we talked about, varying up that offense when you get a little breathing room. Still looking at Shelton Dvorak, their leading ball carrier on the year, to provide that for them. But 8 different ball carriers here in the ball game.
2nd and 8, toss play. Trying to get the corner pull loose into Norfolk Catholic territory, but only by 1.5 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and medium distance now for this Pierce offense.
Corey Schaefer filling the lane that time. Watch the block now. Shelton Dvorak going to try to block Schaefer. He just pops him loose, makes the play. That's pretty good effort right there.
3rd down and 7. The ball just across the 49-yard line. They need the 42 for the 1st. Motion across from Hilkeman. Freeman in trouble. Pressure comes. Hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Scott Benson. Benson on the run. Benson's going to take it all the way for the touchdown. It's the 2nd pick 6 of the day for Norfolk Catholic. This one going 50 yards, and it's a 27-7 lead.
It all made possible by the pressure from Brian Raymakers, number 56 for Norfolk Catholic. Watch him here. He's coming in, makes the hit right there, causes the errant toss, and it's to the end zone. 2 huge turnovers resulting in points. Actually, 3 turnovers now today resulting in points for Norfolk Catholic.
2 pick sixes, and it's just hard to overcome those setbacks in a big game like this with 2 pretty evenly matched teams. When you line them up on offense and defense, it comes down to mistakes a lot of times, and you know, that's an unfortunate play. But again, to turn it over and give up a pick 6, you know, now Pierce is in a big time trouble.
Farley on the extra point try. It is good. And now a 28-7 lead for Norfolk Catholic. And the defense and special teams today have been huge for the Knights. The defense accounting for 14 of those 28 points on 2 interception returns. There's Benson's 50-yarder for the score to make it 28-7. Norfolk Catholic rolling here in C1.
This is a team, a defensive team for Norfolk Catholic. Once again, Raymakers right here. Right there, you couldn't see him clearly, but it was number 56 for Norfolk Catholic that makes that play.
Check in downstairs with Larry. Larry?
Well, the intensity of Jeff Beller really showing after that play, the return for the touchdown. Beller was out at about the hash mark, guys, yelling at one of his players, and I won't name his name, for doing a little bit of celebrating toward the Pierce bench. And Beller made it very clear, guys, this is not done. You've got to stay focused. We will not act like that.
demonstrative coach on the sidelines at Memorial Stadium.
Well, I'm glad he's doing it because there's just too much of that malarkey going on these days. And these guys need to understand, you know, playing this game's a privilege, and you're not out there to show up people. So I'm glad, Jeff, you got my vote, partner.
28-7 Norfolk Catholic. Jeff Beller's been around a lot of these championship games, and he's seen a lot of weird things happen. Wants to make sure his kids are right there, focused for the final 16 minutes of this ball game. But it is an uphill climb for Pierce, no doubt about that, as the Blue Jays take the ball from the 8-yard line. A cadre of blockers in front for Tyler Lindsay, but Lindsay can take it only to the 22-yard line, and that's where Pierce will start first down and 10.
You remember, a lot of these kids know each other. These two towns close by in proximity, and a lot of the people from each town know each other as well. So, you know, that makes it a little bit more difficult to maybe hold your tongue when you're getting the better of a team, but still never a place to taunt or try to get in somebody's face.
On the option, Freeman hit hard at the 25 and able to keep his footing, get about an extra half yard. Well, we were talking earlier with Mark Bramer, and he said, look, 60% at least of our parents work in Norfolk. He said a lot of these guys, their office or their cubicle is right next to a guy who's got kids at Norfolk Catholic. So not only is it a source of pride for the kids, but mom and dad go back to work, and the mom and dad next door are waving the state championship banner. 2nd and 7. Pass out into the flat. Good catch made. And a first down for Connor Schultz as he's driven out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
I've been looking for any sort of little signs that perhaps this defense for Norfolk Catholic will let up a little bit, and really haven't seen any or found any yet. This is a pretty good play right here. Pretty well thrown, well executed, caught for that first down. But this Catholic team, Norfolk Catholic team, is really playing the, let's call it high school black shirt football right now.
First down and 10 from the 36-yard line. And the give on a little bit of misdirection again. Some running room on that left side for Pierce's Catlin Rupert. Flag down at the end of the play. We'll see what this is about.
They're going to get a face mask at the end of the play. Might add 15 yards onto it.
And it is the face mask. Add 15 more.
Ever so slightly, but ever so there. Jeff Beller continues to motivate his team. Put that shoulder in and wrap him up.
So Pierce with the football at the 42-yard line, first down and 10. On the keep, Freeman picks up a couple to the 40-yard line, and you see the Pierce attack guys, they're not changing what they do. They're a running team, and they've got to run the ball.
They're running the ball, and Kevin, they're running the ball, you know, mostly in between the tackles, and that is tough yardage against the Knights here this afternoon. Maybe they need to try to loosen it up a little bit and get outside. But again, there's that tight bunch formation.
2nd down and 8 from the 40. Freeman finds Hilkeman, and Hilkeman out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 5-yard pickup, 2:41 remaining in the third. And this is Matt, this is the Blue Jays version of a quick strike offense right here.
Well, that's a safe play, a safe route, and went out of bounds, stopped the clock for a little bit here as they get another play in. And so, you know, you don't have to get crazy with your play calling, but what you do need to do is get the tempo of your offense going. If, you know, here it's fine to huddle because you go out of bounds, but if you are going to run it, you need to get back over the center pretty quickly.
And a flag is down.
And this is what you can't afford, some of these false starts.
This will only be the second penalty of the day against Pierce, but it's a big one. 3rd and 3 for Pierce. Pretty manageable play. 3rd and 8. That becomes a pretty big chunk of yardage to overcome.
Yeah, it definitely changes what you were going to do. They come out, actually looked like a wishbone set there in that last play. Seems like they will think they would come out in some sort of a spread set here. No.
3rd down and 8 from the 40. Freeman on the roll. Freeman's got some running room. Freeman trying to get to the 1st down, and he reaches out and is out of bounds just short. Just short, about a half yard shy of a 1st down.
Great effort. He stretched out with his left hand, tried to get the ball just by the marker there. Looked like he was just short. So yeah, about 2 feet, and this is going to be a 4th down situation where Pierce is forced to go for it.
Good work in the secondary, everything covered up. Freeman. Well, ever since they put in that marker, it's been a while now, but it certainly is a help. And you're moving down the sidelines, you know where you need to go to get that 1st down.
4th down and a yard to go. Pierce will obviously go down 28-7. Toss play. Trying to find running room. Not going to get it. What a surge from Norfolk Catholic. This defense has done it all day long, and they come up huge on 4th down, and Pierce is stymied once more.
Lining up in that Maryland eye, a little short motion to the right side. Kind of an indicator. Watch the backers here. Immediately they see that short motion. Fill up the hole. It looked like 45 right there. Jacob Schulte on the tackle. He's had 104 tackles on the year, but fills that lane quickly. Shuts the play off.
Schulte made that play, Aid. You're right on it. He came up and just stuck the initial blocker right in the hole if there was going to be one, and that just clogged everything up.
1st down and 10 from the 35, and now perhaps Schaefer begins to carry the workload for Norfolk Catholic. 28-7, the C1 state championship. If you're at Norfolk Catholic sideline, you can really start to feel that one now.
The hourglass right now has about 14 minutes in it in this ball game, and flip it over and see how much is going to run out. Larry Putney.
1st half, Ethan Brojak, number 7, almost on a fade route, caught a touchdown in the end zone. He rolled up the top of his foot, sprained it pretty badly. It's very heavily taped, and you watch him. He's been going in and out, not putting a lot of pressure on it. He says it's really stiffening up here in this cold.
Well, there's no doubt about that. This is a chilly day to have an injury like that. Thank you, Larry, as Schaefer gets the carry. Got a good block from Dylan Arns and read it well, Matt, to go upfield.
Yeah, a little pitch play to the right side. One good block out there on the edge from Arns, and Schaefer's a big boy to bring down. So now a 3rd and 1. Almost a must stop here for Pierce. We've said that a lot for them today.
Schaefer 11 carries, 65 yards, a touchdown. Also has an interception return for a score. 3rd down and 1. Schaefer the carry. Schaefer the 1st down. Out to the 47-yard line. 1:06 to go in the 3rd. New set of downs for Norfolk Catholic, and they just continue to lean on Pierce here.
Running the Schaefer offense right now is Norfolk Catholic. Schaefer right, Schaefer left, Schaefer up the middle.
First down and 10 from the 47. Jeff Beller's team in control of the C1 championship. Flags are thrown, though, and 5 yards back will go the Knights.
Dead ball. False start. On the offense. Remains 3rd down.
So move them back 5, and it is 1st and 15 now from the 42-yard line.
Norfolk Catholic really using the clock here. This might be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And, you know, statistically, again, Pierce controlled the ball most of this 3rd quarter and ran more plays, had the time of possession, but the pick 6 just changed everything in this game.
Schaefer on 1st down. Schaefer fighting forward out near the original line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line. Corey Schaefer, tough guy to bring down, and it's not the guy you want to see coming running at you when you're down 21 points trying to hang on in this game. We have reached the end of the 3rd quarter here in the C1 state championship, and through 3 quarters, Norfolk Catholic, runners up a year ago, in control in 2010. They lead it 28-7.
just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna feel the day, feel the day, feel the day. I just wanna feel something today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today.
Hey, college doesn't just happen. You have to push yourself as you go through high school. Don't be afraid to take classes like Algebra 2, Biology, or a foreign language. They can help raise your ACT score and prepare you for college. I wasn't the smartest kid in high school, but I took the tough classes and I passed. So what are you waiting for? Push yourself over to your counselor's office and sign up for them. They won't be easy, but you'll be glad you did.
NET sports coverage of the 2010 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. The fourth quarter of the C1 State Championship about to begin alongside Matt Davis and Adrian Fiala. Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler. Pleasure to have you with us. Norfolk Catholic leading 28-7 as we begin the fourth quarter. Corey Schaefer with the carry, and he takes it from the 46 to the 48-yard line on second down and 11. Leave a 3rd and 9 for Norfolk Catholic as they try to grind this game down and win a state championship.
14th carry in the ball game for Corey Schaefer. He has been the workhorse, the leader. 14 carries, 74 yards. He has that long touchdown run and plus that intercepted pass, 63 yards for a score there. So he's really played well in the game. Plus defense, he just played very well overall defense.
3rd down and 9 from the 48. Beller on the roll, throwing in the direction of Brozick. He's got it, and Brozick right at the sticks for a first down.
Big time throw and catch. I thought you might see Norfolk Catholic just keep it on the ground and try to grind the clock. Oh no, roll Beller out to his left. That's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback. But he and Brozick work well together and found Brozick for the first down.
Yeah, given Brozick's ankle condition, even more significant. Larry talked about it earlier. Had that ankle rewrapped and playing hurt.
From the 43, 1st down and 10. Backs behind Beller in the eyes. Schaefer the carry. Schaefer a hole, and Schaefer down to the 37-yard line. 6 yards right up the gut. Back downstairs we go to Larry.
Well, guys, the most popular place on the sideline for this Norfolk Catholic group is right here behind the heaters. I told you how the heaters on the other sideline, they're turned off. They're not using them, which is why I, of course, switched sidelines.
It's a good call on your part. Larry is not a front runner. Larry is a heater runner. And when the heater is on, that's where you'll find Larry Putney.
Love that common sense, Larry.
2nd and 4, Schaefer again, and Schaefer challenged by his coach coming out of this locker room in the second half, and Schaefer has been up to the challenge right now. That was his 16th carry of the ball game.
This is a young man that, yeah, he likes that challenge, and he likes to be noticed by the coach, and likes the confidence the coach will show in him. He not only runs the ball well, catches the ball pretty well too, but also plays that great defense, leading tackler for the ball club here this year.
3rd down and a yard. Full house backfield. Guess who? Schaefer again. A flag thrown as Schaefer runs into the middle of the pile and takes it to the 31-yard line. A 1st down, but flag thrown in the middle of that defense right at the line of scrimmage. And that hold is going to mark Norfolk Catholic back 10 yards.
Bring up 3rd and 11 now instead of the 3rd and about a foot. So a big call there. Spotted the foul, I guess, so it's going to be 3rd and 8.
Put the ball at the 41-yard line. They need the 33 for that first down. Clock running. 9:38 to play in this fourth quarter. Norfolk Catholic in control with a 28-7 lead. Play action. Beller, he's going to run. Beller trying to get to that first down. He's very close, and it will depend on the spot. Looks like it's going to be marked about a half yard shy, if that. Boy, is he close.
Linesman came in, fakes the play action right there. Now, let's get upfield, and I think you're right, Kevin. I think he's going to be, well, that was not where the linesman initially came in to spot the football. Let's take a look here, guys.
I think he got it.
You think so?
I think he's short. Aid?
I think he's short.
All right. Aid thinks he's short. Matt thinks he got it. I think he's short. And Matt is wrong again. It's been a good day for Matt Davison.
Well, I think they brought the chains out and the guy spotted it on the wrong line.
Obviously, you couldn't be mistaken.
Yeah, these officials, I'll tell you what. Goodness gracious.
He was way short from the way that head linesman came in to spot it initially, and he gave him a little bit of a break there.
Fourth down and inches. And whistles, and Jeff Beller saying, wait a minute, what's going on here? Flag is thrown, and there may have been some movement. And a false start. How about that? It's not going to play well with the Norfolk crowd. Jeff Beller not playing well as he discusses it with the official on the sideline.
Jeff Beller playing like he's behind here right now. 21-point lead by the Knights. But that's okay. I mean, he's got this under control, and he's enthusiastic about what's happening out there. But again, a controlled aspect of what he's doing.
I believe it is a requirement that at least one head coach playing in this stadium is demonstrative at some point during the game. Time to punt it away.
And a couple bad calls fit right in.
Freeman trying to sweep to the outside. Got a crushing block from Dvorak, and Freeman with some room to run. Cuts it back, and Freeman across midfield to the 49-yard line. What a block by Shelton Dvorak to spring him. An absolute decleater back near the 15-yard line.
Watch the switch go out right here now, coming up. As the return is coming up, and kaboom. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. It's a tough one, fellas. Real tough one.
That is a big-time block. Helmet to helmet.
Yeah, it's one that would warrant some concern as far as collegiate football and pro football.
First down and 10 from the 49-yard line. On the misdirection, Colmoose with a little bit of running room, and Colmoose down to the 42-yard line. Pierce is looking at those 2 interception returns for a touchdown against him right now as just absolute back-breaking mistakes in this game.
Get the ball going to the right. Good work by the offensive line to pull out and go. Number 71 for Pierce. Shane Thayer out leading the play.
2nd and 3 from the 42-yard line. Nothing doing. Good stop by that Norfolk Catholic defense of Shelton Dvorak, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, when they keep the football between the tackles, that's kind of Norfolk Catholic's playground right there. You get it kind of outside the tackles like we saw the previous play, loosens them up a little bit. You might make a little more yardage out there. Go for down 3 here.
3rd down and 2. Freeman on the keep. Freeman with some running room. Freeman into the secondary inside the 15 and knocked out of bounds near the 10. 31-yard scamper for Brandon Freeman. And Pierce is not done yet in this C1 final.
It was a great fake up the middle. Brought everybody into the middle of the field and just had one lead blocker around the outside. Looked like Emerson might have thrown a good block on the edge, and that allowed Freeman to get all the way down to about the 10-yard line.
Jordan Bruce, also 63. Excellent block to let him fire out to the outside. But again, they bit heavily, and they're biting heavily on the inside runs, leaving a little bit of that flank exposed, and they used it right there. Pierce used it.
Wilkeman in motion on 1st down and goal from the 10-yard line. Misdirection. Colmoose shrugs off one tackle, and Colmoose rolls down to the 5-yard line. halfway there at the 5. It's 2nd down and goal for Pierce.
And Pierce can't waste any time here. They need to get right back under center, call a play, and get up to the line and run it.
Second and goal from the 5. 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Pierce down 21. Freeman on the toss, cutting back. Colmoose fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Eric Hoffman of Pierce. Hoffman able to fall on top of that ball and save it for the Blue Jays. Almost another critical error.
Ever so close. Terrific defensive play by Drew Farley right here, keeping everybody inside. He thought maybe he'd have that tackle. It slips away, but there comes the ball out. Pierce got it back.
Great play by Jake Schulte to knock that ball free for Norfolk Catholic, but Pierce able to cover it up. 3rd down and goal from the 4. Freeman on 3rd down. Misdirection. Colmoose got a block, and Colmoose is in for the touchdown. Austin Colmoose in for his first rushing touchdown of the day and his 9th of the year.
Attacking the perimeter. Pierce able to do that and pick up the touchdown. We have a player down on the field, but you see motion. You see the 2 defenders kind of biting on that motion, come back the other way. Excellent block once again by number 63, Jordan Bruce, and he's in there for the touchdown.
Eric Becker is the knight down on the field at the goal line.
We just saw Becker move his legs, and that's always a good sign. He I think took a helmet-to-helmet blow there, and it might have just rung his bell a little bit. You could see him just kind of tumble to the ground on the replay. And these helmet-to-helmet shots have just become crazy. You'll see Becker come in from the left side, boom, right there, and you just see him kind of fold and go to the ground.
A frightening moment for Eric Becker, the senior, one of the leaders of this team, Norfolk Catholic. Training staff out there immediately, and you know it's a scary thing when the officials immediately start waving to the sidelines to bring on the training staff, and now some EMT personnel coming out from the sideline as well to look in with the certified athletic trainers.
And a lot of times, Kevin, the player will even want to get up. You know, you'll see a player, it kind of rings his bell, and then, you know, the last thing you want to do ever is a player stop the game and have all the attention on you, so you want to get up, and a lot of times they won't let you. And I'm not saying that's the situation here, but Becker has moved around a little bit. You saw him kind of try to pull his legs up, and sometimes they just make you lay there and make sure that you're okay before they go moving you around.
He appears to be upright. They're checking his, you can see checking his peripheral right now. Make sure he can follow the finger and doing all the tests, make sure that he can focus.
Great to see that he will indeed come off under his own power.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, he looks fine. Well, fine from the standpoint that he's able to come off under his own power and recognize what he needs to do, and I suspect his day may be done.
Well, Eric Becker, just a key cog all year long on this team, has a touchdown catch today. Throw from Riley Knake in the first half. On to try the extra point now is Tyler Lindsay. 40 of 45 coming in this year on extra points. High snap, and it is blocked. The extra point is blocked. The snap threw off the rhythm of that play, and before Connor Schultz could get that down on the tee, too much time had elapsed, and it is blocked. So it stays 28-13. Norfolk Catholic's lead is 15.
Watch the snap way up. Tough time to get it down and get it there in time, and gives that defending team all the opportunity to come in and do just exactly what they did.
Dylan Arms on the block. So Norfolk Catholic's lead stays at 15. We had a winner in our trivia question, our NSAA championship trivia. The question, who holds the C1 record for longest touchdown run in an NSAA playoff game? And Mitch Gregg in Maxwell, Nebraska knew it was Brent Ponton from Battle Creek, 96-yard touchdown run against Crofton all the way back in 1987. Congratulations. Winning our NSAA championship trivia here at the NSAA State High School Football Championships at Memorial Stadium. (28-13) Norfolk Catholic with a 15-point lead. And if you're Pierce, the onside kick here, Aiden?
I think so, Kevin. You want to try to get the ball back and get the job done, and then try to go for two. You just get 2 scores and 2 extra points, and you've got 16 points, and you've got a 1-point win right there. It is.
Onside kick loose on the field. That ball loose at the 45-yard line. Pierce thinks they have it, and they do. Picked up by Shelton Dvorak, and the Pierce Blue Jays get the football back with 6:05 to go.
Well, that's the first thing they had to have go their way, and they got it. Now, if you could go down and stuff another one in, all 3 timeouts remaining, anything could happen. A lot of time yet to go.
And now you know why Jeff Beller was so emphatic about what was going on the field. There it is again. Ball takes that, usually the 3rd hop. It takes kind of a funny hop. And great job by them to cover that kick.
Looking deep and almost intercepted by Scott Zock. He had his hands on it as Pierce was going for the home run ball to Tyler Lindsay. But Scott Zock, the senior, had it bounce off his hands, and it's incomplete.
I think Lyons might have tipped it, Kevin, and that's what kept Zock from being able to pick it off. We'll see it here. Yeah, I think just a little bit of a tip from Lyons, or Zock might have been able to grab it.
I think he did tip it, but even if he didn't, he kind of got his hand up in the way, and just enough maybe to distract him on the play, but long incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Out of a little bit of a wildcat, Nate Meyer took the snap, faked it to Brandon Freeman, and got very little. Back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 10.
Unusual set way out there on the far side. Cody Hilkeman was set out there in the wide receiver way right, but the corner was way to the inside, kind of giving him just a free route straight on down the field. And I know Hilkeman just went off the field line. I suspect he'll talk to the coach and see if they might be able to capitalize on it. We have a timeout now called.
Pierce using one of their first 3 timeouts with 5:24 remaining, and a big 3rd down and 10 from the 45, as Mark Bramer knows he's got to get into the end zone before those timeouts matter later in the game. Well, a very, very busy couple of days here at Memorial Stadium for the State High School Championships. Howells, West Point, Millard North, all winners yesterday. Hastings St. Cecilia winning 17-14 earlier today in C2. Of course, our C1 championship, Norfolk Catholic out in front right now, 28-13. And tonight, 7 o'clock Central, Crete and Elkhorn in the Class B championship, the final state championship game of the year here at Memorial Stadium.
And that Howells win is the 9th state championship in 11 years for the Howells team. Mike Spears and his staff really have that program well under control.
What happened in those other 2 years?
He played in C1. He played in C1. He was up to C2, and they actually made the playoffs in 11-man both of those years. Lost in the semifinals the first year and the first round the second year.
Here's Freeman to throw. Quick screen pass. Schultz trying to find some room, and Schultz down near the 38-yard line. That's going to be 3 yards short of a 1st down, but obviously this is 4-down territory for the Blue Jays.
Good throw out.
Freeman, yeah.
So 4th and 3, under 5 minutes to go for Mark Bramer and his Pierce Blue Jays, who trail by 15. Freeman on 4th down and 3 to throw. Freeman throws left side. It is caught on 1st down for Zach Newhoffen, and a flag is thrown at the end of the play as he's brought down at the 29-yard line. And Newhoffen fighting for extra yardage, and he may get some at the end of that play on a penalty.
Let's take a look here. Just a 3-step drop, bingo, deliver the football. And Yeah, he must have got the face mask right. We didn't see it on that shot, but his head kind of went down. There it is right there.
Boy, just add some yardage to the end of that play. Not only do they convert on 4th down, but tack on yards at the end. And things are getting a little nervous on the Norfolk Catholic side. Pierce down inside the 15-yard line at the 14, 1st down and 10.
Yeah, in the normal course of events in a football game, you'd think with that kind of lead and the time left, well, you've got it. But there's just some untoward things going on right now. We recover the onside kick to get the extra 15 here. Here's a play.
Fake the sweep. Brandon Freeman on the roll, throwing for the end zone. Knocked away. Good coverage by Luke Lyons out there on Connor Schultz, and a terrific play by the junior corner for Norfolk Catholic.
Lyons very alert here, knowing he's got to get himself back and get himself in position, and he does. Not even Matt could have made that catch.
I think Freeman should have tucked that one and run it. You know, I mean,
he had some green, didn't he?
This isn't really Pierce's, forte to be able to throw the ball all the way down the field. There's still 4.5 minutes to go. I mean, there looked to be a lot of room out there.
2nd and 10 from the 14. The give to Dvorak, and Dvorak not going to get much. Down to the 13. Blue Jays down by 15. They need a touchdown in order to stay in this ball game, and a big 3rd and 9 here with 4:10 to play in the ball game.
That old axiom in football as a runner, when you get all that green in front of you, nobody around it, you're supposed to capture it, take the grass. He had some opportunity there, but decided, well, maybe I can get this ball into the end zone for a touchdown. Of course, didn't work.
3rd down and 9. Play fake. Freeman. Pressure coming. Freeman in trouble. Down he goes. The sack by Riley Knake all the way back at the 24-yard line. A loss of 11, and it's 4th down and a mile.
Knake 3 sacks on the year, but his 4th sack extremely big. Big for this team, big for their season, and maybe big for their championship hopes. We shall see.
Well, the hopes for Pierce, no doubt. They come down right here to this 4th and 20 at the 24-yard line. Play action. Freeman in trouble again. Knake's got him again. Back-to-back sacks for Riley Knake, and that might salt away a state championship for Norfolk Catholic.
Well, that youngster was playing possessed, Riley Knake. Here's the story about him. He's a sophomore, and watch the pressure here. He's just coming, trying to get elected right here. As old Riley Knake, as a sophomore, comes in and makes that play. His 5th sack, 4 and 5 coming on back-to-back plays here.
And Norfolk Catholic's fans, some big smiles on their faces on the night side as they are 3-14 away from winning a state championship. If you'd like to get a copy of this game or any of our state high school championships on DVD, it's very easy to do. I'll tell you how in just a moment, as the 1st down play goes for very little to Corey Schaefer over the right side. It'll be 2nd down for Norfolk Catholic. All right, now you've been waiting in suspense. Here's how you can get the DVD of this championship game, any of our high school volleyball or football championships. It's very easy. Just log on to the website, netnebraska.org, or call 1-800-868-1868. If you're calling and ordering by phone, be sure you tell the sport, the class you're looking for. Be sure to get you that DVD. Just $19.95 for a memory that'll last a lifetime. 2nd down and 11 from the 27. Beller, nowhere to go. Stacked up right at the 27, and now timeout taken by the Pierce Blue Jays. One more timeout to go for Pierce. One of the other bonuses if you get a DVD is you get repeated appearances from Larry Putney huddled up on the cold sideline. Larry?
Never enough, Kev. Never enough. That's all. Yeah, I tell you, Jeff Beller said just last week after making the state championship game, he said, to be honest, I'm surprised to be back in this position. They lost significant amount of seniors off of last year's team, but the 9 seniors that returned for this year's Norfolk Catholic Knights went to Coach Beller back in late July as a coach. Sorry, it would have been late March. They went to Coach Beller and said, Coach, we want to win a state championship. And he said, here's what you have to do if you want to be a state championship team. And here they find themselves now a couple of minutes away from winning a state title.
Well, he was a good guy to ask, a guy who'd led several teams to state championships, 10 state title games that he's coached in, and a guy who has certainly a wealth of experience in how to get here. There aren't too many guys in the state better to ask than Jeff Beller as to how to get to a championship.
The other thing I'll say about Coach Beller, Kevin, is that I've covered him for about 20 years now. I was in Sioux City for about 8 years. He went to Norfolk for a while, came back to Norfolk Catholic to coach this team. I have never seen him as animated on a sideline as I have today. This obviously means something special.
There's no question about that. He has been fired up since the beginning of this game. They've had a big lead throughout the game as Schaefer on 3rd down and 11 out near the 34-yard line. And tell you what, you watch Jeff Beller on the sidelines, he's still got the headset on. He's still pacing, Matt, back and forth, back and forth. It's a 15-point lead with 2:24 to play.
Well, and it's got to mean a little bit more to him with his son under center, and not that he doesn't look at all the players over the years as somewhat being his kids, but, obviously having his son under center, Jordan, here today has to be even more special for him. I know one of his, most special wins had to be when he beat the Tecumseh Indians on a really cold night in Norfolk back in the fall of '96. It was a really talented team that Tecumseh took up there, but Norfolk Catholic was able to squeak one out.
Aid and I talked about that before the game, and as we remember that team, there really wasn't much on that Tecumseh team that year. It was a collection of ragtags and misfits that were really fortunate to even be in the playoffs in the first place.
Thought they had to pull up the reserve team to finish up the game. So
we had the basketballs out by the time we got to the bus.
4th down and time to punt it away for Norfolk Catholic. Pierce will get the ball back, down 15. Beller's punt, bouncing at the 33-yard line. Took a nice roll for Norfolk Catholic, and it'll die at the 29-yard line. And we would love to hear from you. Perhaps you have memories of Matt Davison and his failures in the state high school football playoffs. Send us an email and let us know what you think about our sports coverage of the NSAA high school championships. If you value statewide NET television, let us know, and let our sponsors know by writing to sports@netnebraska.org. We thank you for watching the NSAA football championships on NET, NET HD, and on the web at netnebraska.org. As you know, NET is Nebraska's home for sports, and we'll share an email that we received earlier today with you in a moment as Freeman goes back to throw on 1st down, and the pass is intercepted by Riley Knake. Boy, has he had a good day. Couple of sacks, a touchdown pass, and now the interception for Riley Knake.
Second time this year he's picked one off, and he's made 3 major league plays here in the last couple of minutes here in this ball game. 2 sacks, and now this. Watch this. This is pretty.
And just a sophomore, Adrian, to reach out and grab that one. Couple of sacks, and now this pick. And boy, he's going to be a big-time leader on defense next year for them as well. And obviously Jordan Beller back is just a sophomore as well. A lot of sophomores and juniors all over this lineup for Norfolk Catholic.
7 regulars back on defense next year for Norfolk Catholic. And on 1st down, a couple of broken tackles for Dylan Arns, and he takes it out to midfield. And of course, you look at them on offense, 3 of the 5 starters of the offensive line. You get Jordan Beller back, you get Connor Ketter back. Riley Knake's played a big role on offense this year as well. There's a lot of talent coming back, and you get a kicker in Drew Farley back, who's 11 of 13 on field goals with a 57-yarder to his credit this year.
Lots in the cupboard for this ball club, and I think Jeff Beller will. If I was a betting man, I think I'd bet that he's going to be back here again next year, the way it's looking.
Well, he knows how to do it, that's for sure. 2nd down and 4 from midfield, and another carry and another 1st down for Jordan Malachek, a guy who will be back next year. A junior gets the 1st down. We mentioned the email. Sean says, guys, I'm a Norfolk Catholic alum from '99 and had a chance to play out in Lincoln twice with Jeff Beller on the Knights. We won state my senior year. We also knocked Matt Davison and Tecumseh out of the playoffs in his last game a few years before that. LOL. I just wanted to say thank you to your crew. Keep up the great work. That's from Sean. We appreciate it. We appreciate the email, Sean. He also likes listening to my radio show, but I didn't really feel any need to throw that pat on the back in there because it's all about Matt Davison.
I remember that day we left Tecumseh in southeast Nebraska, and it was 75 degrees. We get to Norfolk, and it was a blistery day. They had snow pushed around all the way around the outside of the field. The field was really hard, and it's there. Okay, back to the, nobody wants to hear about that.
You know what? Old stories are old. Jeff Beller's got a news story to write here. Look at Jeff Beller.
Still after it. Still after it.
I'll tell you what, this is an emotional game for him, and I think you hit on it, Matt. I think the fact that, not that he's winning a state championship, because it's obvious that's going to happen, but the fact that he's doing it with his son as his starting quarterback, and he told me earlier in the week that that was the first time he's been that nervous. Game 1 of this season with Jordan as his quarterback. And he said it's been a real challenge this year, managing the relationship as head coach and quarterback, also dad and son. And look at that. Jeff Beller is fired up, and why wouldn't he be? Because Norfolk Catholic is your C1 state champion, beating their rivals from Pierce. The final score is father hugs son, 28-13. Norfolk Catholic, the champions of C1.
Lots of excitement there. You see Beller leading the charge, and look at that, congratulating each and every one of the players. A lot of respect between these two teams. They played very hard, very tough at times, but lots of respect here as Jeff Beller leads his team in congratulating the Pierce Bluejays. Great scene, great scene.
Just a terrific performance today from Norfolk Catholic. Jeff Beller at the front of that receiving line. Jeff Beller is being stalked by a couple of his players, Scott Zock, Riley Kinake.
Maybe when he makes the turn, maybe?
And they're going to be out there a while. If he gets it, it is going to be a cold next 30 minutes or so.
We're advising Larry Putney to stay well away from Jeff Beller over the next couple of moments because the bucket is about to arrive. Here it comes. Look out. Jeff Beller, he has no idea this is about to happen, and there it is.
That may be the best one I've seen.
He turned right into that bucket.
Into it. Might be the best one I've ever seen right there.
Wow, that went inside the jacket and down the neck and everything.
That was perfect. C1 champions, Norfolk Catholic, and the happiest man on the field is also the coldest man on the field. Jeff Beller, the head coach, a champion again. Norfolk Catholic, your champions in C1 for the first time since 2005. Back to hand out the medals next on NET Sports.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank, fulfilling their commitment to serve customers wherever they are on their terms, providing a full range of banking services at 57 branch offices and more than 100 ATMs located conveniently across Nebraska. Wherever you go, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you'll find us.
Animal agriculture is vital to Nebraska. Livestock production not only contributes to our food supply, but also helps our rural communities. Livestock provides revenue for schools, creates jobs, supports Main Street, and enhances the future for farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Board's Animal Agriculture Initiative works to encourage growth of responsible livestock enterprises to benefit agriculture and Nebraska.
Power Drive Electric Car program gives high school students a hands-on way to apply studies. Learn about electricity and energy efficiency, and develop skills that will benefit them throughout their lives. Nebraska Public Power District encourages students and teachers to get involved. Schools have the power to make it happen. For information on Power Drive, visit oppd.com or nppd.com.
The search for the Bible's wealthiest king.
There is absolutely no evidence for Solomon outside the Bible.
A new discovery rewrites history.
This is a fully articulated skeleton.
Will clues from the Copper Age solve one of the Bible's most enduring mysteries?
We've got evidence of the earliest industrial revolution and the birth of the modern world.
Thursday night at 7 Central Time on NET1.
NET Sports coverage of the 2010 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. Norfolk Catholic, your state champion, 28-13 over Pierce. A 15-point victory today and a state championship for the Knights of Norfolk Catholic. Congratulations to both teams. And let's go to our public address announcer, Doc Weiniger, for the Class C1 Awards presentation.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control members Jay Beller from Battle Creek, Dr. Dallas Watkins from Dundee County Stratton, and U.S. Bank Representative Jeff McCowan. Here are the awards for Class C1 runner-up Pierce High School. Will head coach Mark Bramer and your assistants please present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Brock Schroeder. Number 2, Cody Hilkeman. Number 3, Lucas Osborne. Number 4, Brandon Freeman. Number 5, Marcus Blunk. Number 6, Nathaniel Murray. Number 7, Lane Rohrig. Number 8, Bronson Stanacek. Number 11, Dylan DeGraaf. Number 12, Tyler Lindsay. Number 13, Tyler Hoffman. Number 15, Andrew Wolf. Number 17, Theron Thornton. Number 18, Devin West. Number 19, Dylan Ronspeed. Number 20, Chance Larson. Number 21, Tyler Pettit. Number 22, Nathan Meyer. Number 24, Christian Berry. Number 28, Austin Colmoose. Number 30, Catlin Rupert. Number 31, Dylan White. Number 33, Trent Speaker. Number 35, Nathaniel Emerson. Number 36, Colby Huff. Number 42, Michael Fleer. Number 44, Matthew Lukens. Number 45, Shelton Dvorak. Number 47, Bryce Drewer. Number 50, Evan Herod. Number 51, Eric Hoffman. Number 52, Chase Lamb. Number 53, Kellen Ronspeed. Number 54, Austin Drurior. Number 55, Alec Lesnar. Number 57, Zachary Berenger. Number 58, Eddie Francois. Number 59, Cameron Ronspeed. Number 60, Mason Rorick. Number 62, Brandon Gerdes. Number 63, Jordan Bruce. Number 64, Tyler Tinker. Number 67, Colby Krieger. Number 68, Charles Kruger. Number 69, Shane Asmus. Number 70, Dalton White. Number 71, Shane Thayer. Number 72, Nate Kruger. Number 75, Kyler Henderson. Number 76, Aaron Hanlon. Number 77, Casey Mylander. Number 79, Christopher Anderson. Number 80, Zachary Newholfen. Number 81, Connor Schultz. Number 82, Michael Hoffman. Number 83, Thomas Tucker. Number 85, Christopher McWilliams. Number 87, Gerald McWilliams. Number 88, Brady Bretschneider. Number 89, Raymond Fleer. And now, here's the 2010 Class C1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Pierce High School.
Pierce regulars in this state championship game, the runners-up this year after a tremendous season, the 5th time they've gotten that runner-up trophy. They've been crowned state champion 3 different times in the school's history, most recently champs in 2008. But I'm sure a disappointment right now for Pierce. They'll feel much, I'm sure, a little less disappointed as the years go by, but this one will take a little time to fade, because not only did they lose the state championship, they lost it to their rival.
Their rival. Yeah, and that's probably one of the biggest things about the whole situation. One thing to lose a state championship game, but when you lose it to your biggest rival, that's entirely a different matter. But again, great year for this bunch. Head coach Mark Bramer and his crew, congratulations, well done. 11-2 they finish up, and you know, give it a go again next year. They really had some, just some untoward events happen down there. They gave up the ball 4 times. 3 of those turnovers resulted in points for Norfolk Catholic, and one of them, of course, that big long interception return. But incredible work, and hopefully see them again next year.
Well, and they did. You look at some of the stats, Aid, and Pierce did a lot of good things today. They controlled the clock. They won the time of possession. They ran 61 plays of offense to only 43 for Norfolk. And, they had a lot of total yards, but, it's only where it matters is on the scoreboard.
Right there on the board, right.
Back to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger, for the Class C1 Champions presentation.
And now to the champions from Norfolk Catholic High School. First, head coach Jeff Beller, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Eric Becker. Number 2, Jordan Malachek. Number 3, Drew Farley. Number 4, Lucas Lyons. Number 5, Dylan Arns. Number 7, Ethan Brozek. Number 8, Luke Smith. Number 9, Tanner Besmer. Number 10, Zach Pospisil. Number 11, Connor Ketter. Number 12, Joseph Jones. Number 13, Keegan Ehlers. Number 14, Nathan Burtek. Number 15, Jordan Beller. Number 16, Nicholas Arlt. Number 17, Braden Nolte. Number 18, Andy Montag. Number 20, Scott Zock. Number 24, Matthew Burtek. Number 25, Brandon Becker. Number 26, Isaac Pfeiffer. Number 70, Kyle Schaefer. Number 28, Ethan Hale. Number 33, Hunter Law. Number 35, Corey Schaefer. Number 36, Jackson Law. Number 40, Riley Knake. Number 45, Jacob Schulte. Number 47, Logan Burrows. Number 50, Garrett McCarthy. Number 51, Colton Jones. Number 52, Scott Vollmer. Number 53, Michael Figueroa. Number 54, Cody Raymaker. Number 55, Scott Benson. Number 56, Brian Raymaker. Number 57, Michael Obermiller. Number 58, Mitchell Hofer. Number 59, Mark Euler. Number 60, Dylan Webert. Number 62, Mason Verbka. Number 63, Andy Mendez. Number 65, Brennan Roach. Number 68, Peter Lux. Number 69, Blake Wagner. Number 72, Joseph Lopez. Number 73, Christian Sextro. Number 74, Robert Jerome. Number 75, Jordan Cotto. Number 76, Andrew Merrill. Number 77, Nathan Fung. Number 78, Brad Erlmeyer. Number 80, Dylan Field. Number 83, Joseph Braithwaite. Number 85, Christopher Duell. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here's the 2010 Class C1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Norfolk Catholic High School.
It's been a few years for Norfolk Catholic, but they are back atop C1 with a championship today. Last time in 2005, runners up a year ago, but they're back as #1 in Class C1. The Norfolk Catholic Knights, the champions of C1 today, 28-13 over Pearson. A terrific win. Norfolk Catholic jumped out to a 3-touchdown lead early and coasted through the rest of this game to a state championship win that I'm sure was a lot easier than Jeff Beller would have ever expected against a rival like Pierce.
Well, we expected a game that would be a defensive game, but this Norfolk Catholic defense really came up big today. You love what they were able to do. They caused 4 turnovers on the day, and of course that scores we talked about before we took the first break. And you can't say enough about their defense and what they did. The offense did enough just to get the job done, Matt.
Well, great teams find a way to win, right? And, you know, Norfolk Catholic did the things they had to do today, and they didn't turn the ball over. They got some opportunistic takeaways, and, you know, you can tell they're well coached, and you can tell that this is a team that is around some guys that have been there before. And we're going to hear more about that, I think, right now.
Larry Putney's down there on the field with a couple of champions. Corey Schaefer, who had 12 tackles, the interception returned for a touchdown on defense. Riley Kanake with 10 tackles, a couple of sacks today. Just a tremendous work. Let's go down on the field.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Riley Kanake, just a sophomore. What a terrific performance. Those back-to-back sacks, a big late in the game. Talk about that.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, just got after it. I was on the bullet and did what I was supposed to do.
Talk about what that felt like late. You knew the game was on the line. You needed to make the big play. They were coming back.
I mean, no doubt they're going to pass it. So just play your zones and read it.
Congratulations on the state championship.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Corey Schaefer now. Corey, the senior. You guys went to Coach Beller over the summer and said, Coach, we want to win a state championship. Tell me about that conversation.
Oh, it was right at the beginning of the summer when we do summer conditioning, and we came and we were like, Coach, we wanted to win state, and we're willing to do what it takes.
I guess he's a pretty good guy to ask, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's a good guy. He's a great coach.
Well, talk about your performance today. Phenomenal defensively as well as your offensive performance.
You know, it felt great. On the interception return, I just hid behind the running back, and I knew where the quarterback was, and once you threw it, I broke on it. And on the running play, I got some huge blocks, and I ran as hard as I could.
After coming up short last year, what's this like for you to win it?
Oh, it's great. You know, last year it was fun playing in it, but this year we wanted to win it all.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Jeff Beller. Coach Beller, 6th state championship. I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure I've seen you that animated on a sideline before. Any extra meaning in this, your 6th, given that you had your son under center?
I think that was probably, you know, that was huge for me. Obviously, they're all important. We've had great kids at our school, but this one has a little different meaning. I'm a coach, I guess. You're coaching when you're coaching, but yeah, it's kind of nice to be a dad a little bit too, and feel good about you know, Jordan playing. And I thought he played well, and I thought he's played well all season for us. But I'm sure it's hard for him in terms of his dad being the coach. But we've tried to lay out some ground rules and stick to them. But yeah, I'm you know, this one is very special to me.
Ethan Brojak, his injury early on, what did it do to you offensively?
Well, it stopped us a little from maybe throwing the football a little more. He's a go-to guy, and I just didn't think he could push off quite as hard. He still tried to go for us and played as hard as he could, but obviously we have other receivers too. We got a little conservative as the game went on, but we had the lead, so we thought the clock was on our side.
Defensively, a terrific performance against a great Pierce team.
I thought we played great defense, and Pierce has a great football team. They're well coached, and their kids play hard, and I have nothing but respect for them. But, you know, our kids came to play today, and we were able to get it done and win the state championship.
I don't want you to look too far ahead, but you're young, they're young. I mean, I could see this happening again.
We could mix it up again, and we're going to rest up a little bit and then get through the winter season and spring, and then if we do, you know, we'll come down and get after it again.
6th state championship for Jeff Beller. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Terrific job by Norfolk Catholic and this entire squad, the champions of Class C1. Done it again. A lot of happy faces there with those medals on a chilly night here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, but they're not feeling that chill at all right now.
No, not at all, Kevin. This is the night where they heated up the field, and now that heat on the field is in their systems, and it's so good to see. Good to see youngsters enjoying the moment. Great year for them. That defense, I'm still taken with their defense. They played so well today and got the job done on the field. And of course, I love defense, and Matt, I know you love offense, so I'll let you talk about offense.
Well, you know what? This is a day that these guys will never forget. So congratulations to them and Coach Beller and the entire staff there in Norfolk. And you know, I'm just really happy for them, and I think there's a good chance we see them back here next year. You see a lot of the guys on those rosters that if they come back and work hard again next year, they'll be ready to go.
Well, a terrific performance tonight. Norfolk Catholic with the win, 28-13, our final score. Be with us for the Class B championship game as Crete takes on Elkhorn tonight at 7 p.m. Central on NET1 and NET HD. And now for Adrian Fiala, Matt Davis, and Larry Putney and the entire NET Sports Production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Goodbye from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln.